All right, what is up? Welcome to Spoiler Kings. My name's Tank Kramer, Brian the Grizzly. What is
What's
up, man?
good?
I got a lot of like got a frog in my throat all of a sudden.
It's crazy, I was so excited to be home because I'm listening to everybody talk about the recasting stuff. And I'm listening to them and I can't wait to actually talk about it. Because I got a lot to say. And I'm sure you have a lot to say. Because as we showed that video before, in 2019 of you and Fredo, that you
Yeah.
said that
Oh, I didn't share it anywhere. It was just I just put it for us. We can play it or something. But yeah.
You showed it from the beginning, true. Not like Jeff Snyder, like all these other people, these bandwagon people that are jumping on now, saying, "Oh yeah, Recast, what's going on? This makes sense now."
Yeah.
None like that. You actually were there from the beginning, so I give you props. Everyone, I'm pretty sure anyone who watches our channel knows how I feel about it.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So
Even so, like I think like for me personally, like that video that I showed you and Brandon was like it was legit like a week after Chadwick's death announcement, and my mindset was more as like storytelling and like how it's going to affect the story, and in there I'm like, yeah, there's no way they're going to change everything because of this. Like, it doesn't make any sense. I still believe that, but I was like wrong in every sense. But as talking to you and talking to like Chillmonger and other like people who love this character, and finding out how important it is, and not to just the MCU storyline, to comic books, to like nostalgia, to like a lot of different things for a lot of different people. It started opening my eyes. I was like, oh yeah, no, this is for sure the right side to be on. You know what I mean? So it went from like I'm on this side to like really like digging my feet in and like, no, this is the right side. But yeah.
I for me, honestly, I see the article, see Jeff Snyder say it. Who's an insider who really, has been totally against it. He's been,
Has he? I didn't know that.
I know. I think that was. I think it was E-Man that said that Jeff Snyder had had unfollowed him or blocked him, whatever.
Oh shit! Really?
Saying all that stuff, and then all of a sudden you start, coming on to the recast movement and all that stuff, and I want to. There's multiple parts that I want to touch on, but the first thing I want to say was when I first heard yesterday, I got very excited. Like, this is like right before bed. I'm talking to my wife and I'm just looking, scrolling through, and I see it. And I got really excited because I thought that maybe they got it. Maybe they understood. You understand the actual character. You understand the importance in the community. You look at the Black Panther compared to Wakanda Forever. Black Panther is the 6th biggest domestic opening, movie ever. Like, so maybe you start to understand the importance of it, the importance of the character, the importance to Black people. Maybe you got something. And when I went to sleep, I said, could Marvel? I mean, the problem is Disney wants money.
Yeah.
So
at the end of the day, yeah.
If it's not in their best monetary interest, they're not going to go back on what they've done already. They're not going to say, "Oh yeah, everything we said, in that Wakanda Forever crap, we're not going to go back on it." So how can they do that? Then that's why I start seeing, the My Time to Shine Hello said, it's not a recast, it's an older version of his son from Black Panther Wakanda Forever, and he used the multiverse to age him up. And I was like, I knew there was something else going on.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
Well, see, I'm not.
I'm hoping she's wrong. I'm hoping she's just wrong.
Yeah, because like that just doesn't make any sense. On again, on a story level, like I said, like recasting him or not recasting him in the first place, but on a story level, that aging up this kid from a variant of this kid on top of that. It's like you're giving us a variant of a character that is like no one asked for. You made for the movies. There's no Toussaint in any of the comics. And now you're giving us a variant of the kid. It was like, stop, stop, stop. Come on. Like you're going around every single way to get around not bringing T'Challa back. You know, so I thought that was stupid. And that's why I don't think so. You know, you know, but you don't know.
Yeah, we also didn't think this was going to be a deal. Like, of course, you recast T'Challa. It doesn't even make sense because the Black Panther as a character,
Yeah.
it's a mantle in the idea of the movie, but in the idea of these comic books, in all these, they're all T'Challa, all 278, whatever it is, they're all T'Challa. The storyline follows T'Challa. So like, it'll literally be like saying, well, Superman is a mantle, so we can just go over John. That's what we're gonna do. It doesn't make sense. It's not the same. It's not a mantle. It could be a legacy, but it's not a mantle. That's different. Batman is a legacy.
Yeah.
But Bruce Wayne is Batman.
Yeah.
That's different. Those are two different things, and that just drives me crazy. And I mean, I've already been on my soapbox a lot, right? I've already talked about the importance of it to me as a character, the importance of me growing up, reading the books. My first comic book that I got, me going back and finding stuff, understanding the character, understanding how the importance. So, I'm not even really on that as much. It's more like I want to feel like I'm celebrating because it's a win, and I don't feel like I'm celebrating anymore.
Yeah, I mean, we are closer than we have been since Chadwick's death. So I feel like we're moving in the right direction, but it could just like take a hard left really really quick, and we're like and we do what My Time to Shine Hello says. It's like, oh, we're gonna recast T'Challa, but it's Toussaint T'Challa. I was like,
it's not a recast.
That's not what we want. Then that's not a recast.
It's not a recast.
That's not exactly. It's not a it's like saying like, oh, we're gonna recast Black Panther with Shuri. That's not a recast. You know what I mean? Like that's not what that means.
Different characters, totally different upbringing. Have no connection to Wakanda. You bastardize the entire process, and that just bothers me and drives me nuts.
Yeah,
but it's just it's those things that that bother me. Nate Moore saying it's a mantle bothers me because then you really didn't understand what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
Don't tell me you understand the comic books and you read all the comic books and understood, oh, but it's a mantle. No, it's not. It's a legacy. It's different.
Yeah. I mean, in later on, you made lore and backstory where the title of Black Panther did get passed on. Fine, cool. That's lore. That's backstory. That's great. But the Black Panther, the main story Black Panther, the one
who has a comic book that we're talking about,
hundreds of comics, is T'Challa. Like you said earlier, it's like yeah, there's some comic books where Bruce Wayne is not Batman. Dick Grayson fills that role most of the time. It's usually him. But when you think of Batman, that's not who you think of. You're like, you don't think like, oh well, it could be Dick. It was like, no, it's not. It's Bruce. Same thing when you think of Black Panther. If somebody says Black Panther, you think T'Challa. And I feel like the movie is doing a disservice to the character and that legacy. And the importance of it. So that's a bigger issue. Again, like because there's a part of me that's like, you know what, they were co-workers or friends or kind of close to Chadwick, so I get it's hard to do that stuff. But again, somebody like Kevin Feige should have came in and was like, cool, hey, how about we take a break? Or you want to tell a story? Tell a story with the great granddad. You know, they do something else. You know what I mean? Tell the story of the land of Wakanda. You know, you don't need to tell the story of T'Challa and Black Panther 2. You know what I mean? You didn't even have to make a Black Panther
You could
2
put the
for that.
body in stasis. You could send it into you could start the empire, the
Yeah,
Wakanda in space. You could have done anything you wanted to do. You didn't have to make that decision right away. And I think that was a big problem. And I do think they needed a break at the time. They didn't have the good idea. So you shouldn't make anything if you didn't have the idea.
yeah.
And the people spoke. That's why you lost. You didn't make it $500 million less the second movie than the first.
Yeah.
It's because people don't want to pay to go to a funeral.
Yeah.
That's just the truth.
I mean, it didn't make money, like 850,
830.
Yeah, so somewhere. Oh, it was over 800, which is a decent amount of money. Don't get me wrong.
But you lost $500 million from the first
compared
movie.
to what this should have been a back-to-back billion-dollar movie, franchise, without question.
The pride that you saw from the Black community from this movie, that was so big. It was the biggest thing I've seen. I mean, I've seen people walk around and saying Wakanda forever, like doing all that all the time, understanding what that meant and how they felt. This is what countries could have been if they never been stripped of all of his natural resources, and if you were able to stay together. That idea is huge. And then saying that he's rich, he's brilliant, he's a great leader, he's a king for one. Those are huge things. Those are key factors in why people love T'Challa and why it's a great character. And the racist part of it is weird because you don't really. I mean, Jack Kirby's the one who created T'Challa. So it's not like it's a white guy. Why two white guys create this character? The character matters though to the Black community.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Yeah.
So like,
I mean, like at least the story of them creating and the reason why they created it, created Black Panther was I think of like not of like of being racist. It's like. It's the complete opposite of it. You know what I mean? It's just like during a
representation. They needed some representation. So they're like, let's do
during
this.
a time, when it was important, when a Black person on screen or on in the comics that were not seen in good lights, and then you make him like smart, rich, a king, super powerful, like
you have to, because there's no other character. You have to put all of it into him. So he is the premier Black superhero.
Yeah,
that's what he is.
Yeah.
And it is T'Challa. And for people to not understand why I don't want to see Toussaint or T'Challa, whatever you want to call them, as the Black Panthers, because when you can't recognize that one, T'Challa, who's raised by his father, raised in Wakanda, a child of Wakanda, understands all the inner working of Wakanda, help build it, all the engineering, the labs, he built it up. All the intellectual properties were built by T'Challa. Like he literally was the one doing all that. Okay. Now you have Toussaint, who's now they have him in Haiti, right? So he's not in Wakanda. You've taken away his entire family. He's now a bastardized child of it because he's not from a wedlock. She's not the queen. He's not part of anything. He's lost his entire family. Doesn't have any of the things that he won't even be accepted by Wakanda. And that's the person you want to go on with, right?
Yeah.
If you don't understand that, then you don't understand someone else's culture. You don't understand what culture is. So in fact, it's to not losing your past. Taking it away from the country is a problem. What is Wakanda? Why did people get excited by Wakanda? It was a jewel of Africa that was untapped, untouched by outside hands. So like all the other arguments, whatever. It bothers me.
Yeah. I mean, even some of the the leaks of the original script, and
Mhm,
they were still gonna have a kid and stuff like that, and have them. I was never a big fan of that,
mhm.
either. I was like, the kid cool. The kid part is cool. We can. I think we could have saved that for a little bit down the road. Having that come in his second movie, his second solo movie is like he's the parent, and then he would have been, I think, the first parent out of all of the superheroes we've seen on screen. You know, and it, I don't know. Like, it would have been, like I said, I don't hate it, but that's a story I think down the line. Because he just became king.
Mhm,
He just, he's been Black Panther for a while in the MCU. He's been
mhm,
Black Panther for a while, and now he's king as well.
mhm.
He dealt with a lot of that stuff in Black Panther 1, obviously. You know, and then he gets dusted for 5 years. You know, I I think just him being dusted and coming back to his kingdom, and a king without a kingdom for 5 years, or kingdom without a king for 5 years, and he just comes back. I think that alone would have been a good enough story. Adding a kid to it is then you start adding different problems with it. So I was
That's
never a big
true.
fan of him having a kid in this early
Mhm,
in number two. Like, that's
mhm.
crazy. That's crazy. You know,
At least that
uh,
kid, I want him to be around his father. I don't want
yes.
to have the trope that black families don't have black fathers.
Yeah.
Black men are being raised by all owned by black women, don't have the family. And
Yeah.
it's a trope because it's not true. There's so many
Yeah.
fathers that are there in,
Yeah.
in their kids' lives that are there raising their families. So it's a trope that is being passed on. I don't want that put into my movie
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
moved all of us, right? Like, why
Yeah.
can't we have a positive picture of a family,
Yeah.
of a child being raised that way, with his
Mhm.
father showing him the way,
Mhm. Yeah.
understanding his connection to all the people. It's very similar to me. Why I would have saw, like, if they had a kid, to how the Lion King was. I'm going to show
Yeah.
you, son, how what all these things are. I'm going to show you how to be a king. I'm going to show you how to be smart. I'm going to show you how to respect all the people. I'm going to show you how to be a leader while still being a good man. That would have
Mhm.
been cool. I've been cool with that. That's fine. I have no
Yeah.
problem with the actual child part. I do have a problem with him being
It
T'Challa because
yeah.
that's not the
Yeah.
character.
Yeah. It feels very, it feels very like lame duck to me, like, oh, well, we killed them off because we had to kill them off. No one else can play this character. But then
That's
you bring a kid
stupid.
in to play the character. You know what I mean? So it's like, so is he? Do you plan on doing all the same stories with him? If so, then you have so much wasted potential because he's a kid. A lot of it is just, it brings in more problems
But
than it
so
does
he's a kid without
without.
the connection of the
With
culture.
Yes.
What makes Wakanda special is a
Yeah.
connection to to Bast, to be be able to go see the realm. You're able to see your ancestors. You're able to see all those things.
Mm,
That's why it was important that the king, once he became king, to go back
yeah.
to speak to
Yeah.
them. Like, so without having that, it's just so bad. And the tropes that go along with it is horrible.
Yeah. 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 It's just, I mean, you could have done other stuff, with the kid eventually. I think for sure. You could have had, like, the problem him being like a brat, possibly. You know what I mean? Like a spoiled brat. Like he's a young king. And
He's not gonna be a king because he's not there. He's not
but
in
yeah, but
Wakanda.
now nothing. Nothing. Yeah.
He's not in
That's
Wakanda. So
and I know. Well, I was watching Chills, because everyone's talking about it. I can't say, we're not the we're only ones. Chill, Blue, Black Comic Lords are, they're probably like live right now. A bunch of them are live right
mhm,
now. Dre Mac, um, so they're all talking. But I was watching Chills, and he was talking about, a variant, because that's kind of the the thing people are saying right now. It's probably gonna be a variant because it's the magic through the multiverse.
mhm.
So one of the things, it could be a variant. And somebody in the panel said, like, would it be hard for the people of Wakanda to accept a variant? I was like, they are already in that problem, because now, is it going to be hard for the people of Wakanda to accept this kid
CJ, who's
that
not
no one knew
of
about,
Wakanda.
that didn't even grow up here? Like, I think it'll be a lot easier for the people of Wakanda to accept a variant you know, because he would know the culture, he would know the land, he would know things that a person who grew up in Wakanda would, you know.
He wouldn't even
Meanwhile,
have to though, because a variant. Understand, this is what makes it special. We're going to get Battle World right after Doomsday. We're getting Battle World. Guess what? Any variant that's going to be, we're all going to be in the same world.
yeah,
All the Wakandas are going to be in the same place. So you're going to, it's not even going to be like he's from a different world, because part of his world is probably will be married with what the rest of Wakanda will be have anyway. They're going to have to figure that stuff out anyway. I just think that you can do a lot with that in itself. So
yeah, it's you know, it was very disappointing, you know. And you know, we'll see with everything, but you know, according to this, Jeff Snyder's the original one that I've seen, and then I've seen other people like My Time to Shine, like you said, you know, kind of chimed in with her ideas. You know, but
she was talking to Josh from Den of Nerds anyway, when he was like, "Oh, I just talked to her, tell me their stuff too." And then you see My Time to Shine Hello tweets about the whole thing, and you know, puts her message out there.
Yeah. So here, this is since we're talking about this, you know, and everyone in chat, you know, we see all you guys in chat. We're gonna get into a lot of
every single one of these things.
Yeah, we're gonna get through a lot of your stuff first. But so Jeff Snyder, this is like 2 days ago, something like that.
It was last night about 10 p.m.
Was it last night? Yeah. Yeah. So the first one was the direct. That was the first one. Was January. It says January 8th, but that was updated. So
yeah, it was 7th, and it was about 10.
So his quote says that the door is firmly open at Marvel Studios for a new actor to bring T'Challa to life on the big screen. And then he said, quote, with Marvel reshuffling the deck in advance of Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars, and Robert Downey Jr. coming back, not as Iron Man, but as Dr. Doom, I'm told that the door is firmly open for T'Challa to be recast via the magic of the multiverse. So, and again, I think that kind of goes with what you were saying with Battle World. We're going to see a lot of variants, you know. It's sometimes like even this thing, I'm kind of confused how Robert Downey Jr. It's not they came out and they said it's not a variant of Doomsday. They said it is Doomsday. That is Doom. That is Dr. Doom.
He's Dr. Doom.
It's not a variant. He said that is Doom. And I'm like, okay. So it was like, so is our Tony Stark that we got, was that the variant of Dr. Doom then? I don't know.
They're probably going to explain all that. And
yeah, I hope
I'm sure it's going to be something like that, because that's why they have all these other people coming in with, you know, Chris Evans and what do you say, Scarlett Johansson, and all of them will have evil versions of themselves. So I can see that happening. I mean, honestly, why do you think this is coming out right now?
I don't know. Well, here, let me finish so there's another part of the quote.
Oh, sorry.
So there's because they cut it up weird. So there's another part of the quote that says, I heard an actor was actually offered this in the past, a couple of months after Downey's big reveal at Comic-Con. So that was earlier this year. But they turned it down, not wanting to jeopardize their career momentum by stepping into Boseman's gigantic shoes, which may be too big to fill even for Hollywood's most talented Black actors. He goes, now it's unclear whether T'Challa will appear in Avengers Doomsday or Avengers Secret Wars, but I think it's fair to assume that whoever is cast as the character to reprise the role in Black Panther 3, which has been discussed by everyone from Ryan Coogler to Denzel Washington. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it for the quote. So it seems like he's also saying like the character will reprise. I think it's fair to assume that whoever is cast as the character will reprise the role in Black Panther 3. So because I think Black Panther 3 starts, or Black Panther would release after
in between the two.
Is it in between?
Yeah, okay. After Doomsday,
before Secret Wars.
Before Secret Wars.
Yeah. So it sounds like somebody was offered and somebody said no.
I think it's Coleman Domingo. Interesting. I think Coleman Domingo was offered the part, and he said no. And it's because he's big enough that I think he could say no and say, you know what, I'm not going to give you 10 years of my life.
Yeah, and he's on the older side.
I'm
you know,
50. I don't want to be
and
doing this.
the way they make it seem like that, career momentum. So it's got to be somebody who's
Who's all of a
really
sudden
picking up some steam right now.
that's right.
Coleman Domingo is picking up some steam right now, as a black actor. It could be other people, but also they make it seem like no one wants to be T'Challa. When Idris Elba in an interview earlier this year,
Talked
said,
about it. Yeah.
I'll do it. I want to do it. I've been wanting to do it, So, and that's not through an insider, that's literally his words
Him just
on
saying
screen,
it.
him saying it, So I think like this comment from Jeff Snyder was a little unfair because like this might in all it might be true. Again, everything taken with a grain of salt. I think Jeff Snyder, I saw somebody in chat is usually wrong. He's in a weird place where like he's right enough to pay attention, but he's wrong enough to
No, that's
don't take
something
it to the
that
bank.
everything
Don't
is
bet
gonna
on it.
be, yeah,
Yeah.
everything's gonna be exactly says, yeah.
So he's that weird, like when he says something, you look at it, but you don't like bank on it. That kind of
I
stuff
think he's
for
an
me.
insider, so they let him see stuff, and then they check out what the response is,
Yeah,
and stuff like that. So
yeah, and sometimes I think he's not a paid insider, but a because they do this a lot too, where companies or studios will leak certain information, and then with somebody like a Jeff Snyder to see how the audience reacts. I'm not saying that that's what this is, but it's been done in the past where a studio can't be like, oh, this is what we want to do, so they leak, quote unquote, leak something, and then you kind of see how the internet starts buzzing around this, leak, whether it's good or bad. So, but yeah, him saying like somebody turned it down, very very possible. I can see that, and we talked about that before. But there has been somebody on camera.
There's multiple
Saying,
people that have said I would like to do.
Oh, really?
It.
I know Idris Elba. Yeah. Aldous Hodge.
Aldous Hodge said, "Plain and simple, how I would do it."
Yeah.
Call me, Marvel. Call me. Like I would do it.
Yeah. So I think he still would do it. Even with
Aldous Hodge is 38, 39. He is not old.
No, he's the perfect
Everyone said,
but again,
you put 33-year-old in it. He's 39. Why are you talking about he's old? He's younger than Chadwick Boseman when he started the first movie.
Yeah. So, but then there is some other rumors. It's not in this article, but there is some other rumors that everything will be handled with the utmost care, and they'll consult with the Boseman family, which the brother already came out and said,
yeah. My brother will want to recast the character.
So we'll see with stuff like that. But for the most part, I think I believe it. It makes sense. All the talk between the recast movement and stuff like that, and seeing how much money was left on the table for Wakanda Forever. It makes sense. It makes sense. So, but
it's still. The way they do it is going to be a big thing. If it's Tucson or T'Challa or whatever you want to say, I don't like that. If you use the multiverse to like push them through, the thing, make a time machine and come back and be older, I don't like that. That's stupid. But I would not mind in the Fantastic Four while they're coming through whatever to come to the 616. Maybe they bring someone else in with them, or to leave the portal open, and you stop where like you seeing a footstep in, and then they go through and announce it, during Comic-Con or something like that they've finally found the person they've recast T'Challa, and they take off his mask. So I wouldn't mind that. The best thing is what we said before. You're taking the soul. You could do Brother Voodoo. Use Brother Voodoo to take the soul out, and put it into a body. That's the best thing you can do, because then you're getting literally the exact character that Chadwick played. That would be the perfect thing. But I don't know if we're gonna actually get that. So the levels are like I want Brother Voodoo to do what he's gonna do. I will either take a variant, and the last thing if it's TJ, I don't know, man. I might be out.
If it's TJ, I don't think it's gonna fly. I
I
don't think
think
it's gonna fly.
that will be the point when I'm like, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
And I've always said I don't believe in that. I don't believe in not supporting black films. I might be out, man.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, and a lot of the people that are okay with TJ, I think they're saying they're okay with TJ because they don't want to recast, because they don't want to see somebody replacing their favorite character, you know. But in turn, what you're gonna get is like subpar storytelling, you know, and that's gonna be seen, you know, it's gonna be seen on screen, you know, because also you gotta remember Ryan Coogler isn't the only person that gets to play with the Black Panther character, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, you know, he was introduced, you know, in a Russo
Civil
brothers
War
film,
and
you
Russo
know,
brothers.
yeah,
Yeah.
you know, and Russo brothers are back, you know, and people love the Black Panther in Civil War,
It's
one
the
of the
best
best
one. That
versions,
was the
yeah.
best time you ever see
Yeah.
him
You
from
know, he was
Civil
fully
War.
badass, like ready to kick ass, and
The most
yeah, he was
powerful
great.
one there, and they have to calm him down. Like, look, hold on, T'Challa.
Yeah.
Don't go kill Bucky real quick.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. You know, so you know, them coming back and doing these two movies, you know, I think they would want a lot of their toys on the table, you know, to say, you know, they're gonna want to play with as much as possible.
I think that's why Feige's going to be the one who chooses. Feige's the one to be to say this is who's going to replace.
Mm,
Because the Russo brothers, he's not going to let them do it because he's also got to deal with Coogler. If Feige's the one who says this is the person, this is the guy,
mm,
then I think it works.
yeah. Yeah. I can see that. I can see that. I think I think Feige needs to step up and do it. Part of me gets why he allowed Nate Moore and Coogler to make the decisions they wanted, you know, but also you're the boss, man. Like
Mhm.
you were so tight on so many things for so long, you know, where like Edgar Wright couldn't even like make the film he wanted because you needed so many specific details happening, you know, where you know directors leave, you know. So it's like,
Mhm.
and in this you allow them to do it, you know, and whether it be, you know, allowing, you know, black men handle this character, or to absolve himself from any judgment, you know, whether it be good or bad. I don't know. I don't know the reason why, but at the end of the day, I'm like, no, dude, you're the boss. I think you gotta step up and do what you gotta do, you know. And I think he sees that too. You know, he goes, we lost a big player.
I
So
would love to even since we've never seen a body, right?
yeah.
T'Challa, we've never seen T'Challa. To find out that Shuri kept his body on ice and whatever. They had a funeral, but that's not where his body's buried. They kept it on ice, and then you could use that and say, okay, his soul is still there. We could use it to get to the ancestral plane,
Hmm.
and then Brother Voodoo takes the body, takes the soul out of that and puts it into another body. I mean, that would be my ideal.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I mean, you could do Brother Voodoo if but you had to Chill had a thing of like, oh, you like the Shuri Ass is the Beyonder, which is another good way. I mean, there's so many different ways to do it. The thing I'm thinking about is like, how can they do it without introducing a new character? You know, as Brother Voodoo, I would love to see him on screen. I think they are going to do him, you
Yeah,
know,
and they're gonna do it with
soon.
Wakanda because it just
Yeah,
makes more sense, and
yeah,
that's
yeah. With it,
just
you know,
works.
but even if Shuri, you know, they find out like, yeah, they kept the body and Shuri is the only one of the bloodline left, you know, and she drinks this new herb or whatever, and gets sent to the ancestral plane, and she sees Boss, you know,
Mhm, boss.
and we already seen Boss in the MCU, you know, in Moon Knight, you know, so that's already a character that exists in the canon of the MCU, you know, so there's a bunch of different ways, and then you know Travis, you know, brought up the idea of this whole kind of thing of, you know, bringing back a dead person because of Agatha, you know, so you know,
Mhm.
shout out to Travis for you know doing that idea, you know, so yeah, there's a bunch of different ways you could do it, and a bunch of different things that we can go about with doing it.
I mean,
You know,
we could use even the comic books, with Moon Knight,
mm,
you know? They've already been to that plane. They'll be able to bring people back through the door. You know,
Yeah, yeah,
we've already seen it in the TV show. It's already
yeah,
happened. So
yeah. True.
there's ways around this stuff. I mean, you don't have to, you know, be very narrow minded. This is comic books, right? As long as
Yeah,
it makes sense, just roll with it. I think it's fine.
yeah, yeah. But I agree with your level. Like, I want to see the main dude. I want to see the actual T'Challa come back. If not a variant, it's not the worst possible thing.
Especially because it's battle world, because so you're going to have
Yeah,
the merging.
you're
So
gonna have a bunch of crazy shit. Yeah,
yeah,
you know, like we're gonna see Chris Evans. I think he already signed on, like you said earlier. Like Chris Evans is gonna be there as multiple Captain Americas. I think,
yeah,
and I wouldn't be surprised if we see Robert Downey Jr. as multiple versions
yeah.
of
He's probably going to be
Iron Man or
Doom.
Doctor Doom. Like like there might be a scene of like 15 RDJs on screen, and it's like, half of them are Iron Man and half of them are Doom, something stupid like that. So
I
I
just
mean,
I just want the respect, because
yeah,
understand, Civil War is one of my favorite comic books lines, and then I think I talked about this before, that the snap. So using the gauntlet, and that what was it, the Hickman run? He
mhm,
had the gauntlet, and that's how he beat Doom. That's how he beat Doom, with the snap. T'Challa did that.
mhm,
So I always thought that he was going to be, that person that's going to go that way. That's why he was going to be a leader. That was going to be the plan going forward in this next phase. And so losing them would hurt you a lot, hurt the story writing a lot. But that if that's the case, then go ahead and bring them in, figure it out, take time, take a breath. Because I think we said this beginning. Take some time. Don't have to put a movie out right now. Maybe you world build. Maybe you figure out something. Maybe you start to worry about space. Maybe you do something like that, but you don't kill him off.
mhm.
Then you have a lot more possibilities. But because we have the ancestral plane, there's a lot of things you could do. They've already visited the ancestral plane. They've already visited all of the afterlife. We got Khonshu. We have Bast. We have all those from Moon Knight. So you could do anything you want, and it follows the storyline.
Mhm. Yeah, it keeps true to the world you built in the MCU. You know what I mean? So, like you
So you
said,
won't be even creating new characters. You can use the same characters we already have.
yeah, yeah. Whether it be magic like they did in Agatha, whether it be godly entities, like in Moon Knight, like there's ways to do it. There's ways to do it.
Bast, you can literally go talk to Bast.
Yeah. Yeah.
We've seen it.
Yeah. And if you want to, and then you can follow the comic book, where in the comic book she takes the herb and she goes to the ancestral plane, and she asks Boss for the power of the Black Panther.
Mhm.
And basically Boss is like, no. Like,
Mhm.
I'll give you the power, but you are not Black Panther. And that's the thing too, that which drives me wild, is like, so people are like, oh, she becomes Black Panther in the comic. I was like, she wears the suit, but she never is given the title
Black Panther.
by the god.
Mhm.
So
You're not
yeah,
my, you're,
yeah.
you're not my what's it called?
I forgot what she said,
What
why,
you
or the
called
reason
her?
why, but
I
you
have it
know,
over here too.
yeah, but it was a cool scene. But you could do something like that, like she goes and speaks to Boss, like,
Avatar. You're not the
yeah,
avatar of the Black Panther. Yeah.
yeah, there you go. So yeah, go and just have Boss, bring back that actress who played her in Moon Knight. I think we saw her in Love and Thunder as well. I could be
Yes, I love
wrong,
it. Yeah, no, I
but I
think
think
you're
I
right.
think she's one of the characters sitting in the arena.
Mhm.
So yeah. So there's ways to get around it, for sure, for sure.
But
You
I
know,
want a true recast.
I
I want to reiterate this. I don't want to age up Toussaint and tell him that he's T'Challa and say that's a recast. That's the same crap you're going to give us. Don't
yeah,
give me the same new you're going to already give me and say, look, it's new.
yeah,
No, don't just try to use the word and hijack the word and then give me the same story you're going to give.
hmm
That's bull. And that's why I'm hoping that My Time to Shine Hello is wrong, because she hasn't gotten the most recent decision. They just had their little escape, their little vacation when they decide the next year and all that other crap. They just had it, right? So maybe she wasn't privy to some of the conversation. That's the conversation they had beforehand, and that she doesn't actually know what they made a decision on, and that they are going to recast, and they are going to find a new actor, and they're going to use a variant to work with it, or they're going to use Denzel Washington as Brother Voodoo and put him in it, or he's a connection to Bost, or any of those things. They can use Denzel for that. That works.
Yeah.
Or here, how about this? A variant steps through with the Fantastic Four. Says Child's first time being on in camera, being in a comic book was Fantastic Four 52, right? So he comes through. He's on his deathbed, like he's doing whatever. Doom almost kills him. He's on his deathbed. They go to Ancestral Plane to try to save him, and Boss says, "No, but I could give you the T'Challa from your universe, because it's a different universe. I could bring him back into that body."
Yeah,
and then we get that in the movie in Doomsday.
Yeah.
And then now going forward is the original T'Challa, his soul in the variant's body.
Yeah, and then that would even work with like why they end up in the main universe. Then they have a reason to come to the main MCU because of that. Yeah, dude. There's so many ways they could do it. But also like going back to what with My Time to Shine. Again, sometimes studios leak different things. I wonder if they told her, something slightly different. What if they told Jeff Snyder, like, hey, we're going to do recasts via the magic of the multiverse. They tell her, oh, we're just going to age him up. Now you have two different leaks, quote unquote, and you let the audience figure it out, because it's no fear to them, because they're just reporting what they hear. You know what I mean? And they're insiders. They could be wrong, they could be right. That's not like the end of their career if they're wrong, so you allow them, somebody who's not going to really risk anything, like you say this, you say that, and it's happened before. I'm not like a conspiracy crazy person. It's happened before. The studios released multiple things and wanted to see what people thought about stuff. So down the plane, the astral plane.
down.
That's funny.
I have a whole song for it. I see you, Tony.
I have a whole song for exactly.
All right, we've got on our soapbox for 45 minutes. You want to go through some of these comments?
Yeah, damn, it's been 45 minutes. Holy shit. Yeah. So yeah, we'll go through some of the comments. You want to go ahead or you want me?
No, you go ahead, because that way I can not choose anything. You can't say I chose choose anything.
I might skip around a little bit, but I'm gonna pretty much show a few things. It's if you're saying the same thing multiple times, because I know people do that when
because you're having a conversation.
Yeah. And Kyle's in the house.
What up, Kyle?
Yeah. Figure drawing. What's up? So I know he had said something on our video that we released recently. Yeah. But he's saying they won't recast, maybe alternate timeline to T'Challa, though Chadwick made Black Panther as the public knows the character. I mean, he made the Black Panther popular through cinema. You know what I mean? There's no denying what Chadwick did for the character. There's no denying, you can't deny that,
No,
but
I agree with, and Chadwick was great, and he did a great job with he made the way the dialect was going on. He did a great job of being that character for one. But if you want to be honest, through all the first part of every time he's been on film, it's been less than an hour and a half. Okay, of things. So to say that this hour and a half is more than enough, and that we should never use Black Panther again because Chadwick was Black Panther is bull. It's not. Chadwick was Black Panther. Chadwick was T'Challa. T'Challa is Black Panther. Okay, and it's okay that Chadwick goes away, and respect him. And anyone who comes in will have to respect him. It's going to have to really understand how important of a man that he is. But understanding that T'Challa has been around since 1966, he has had over 200 comic book runs. And I could go through all of them. He's been in movies, TV shows and video games and other cartoons. There's other stuff that's been out there. Okay, so don't act like Chadwick's the only one who's ever done this, and I love him. He is by far, he's probably gonna go down as one of my favorites. But to say that's it, one black character did it, one black actor, there's only one guy that could do it. I hate the one rule for black people. There's only one that could do it. Hey, there's only one that can get out of the ghetto. There's only one that can live, that can lead people. There's only one. I don't like that argument. That argument in itself is inherently racist. Not that anyone that says it is racist, but the argument itself is that there's only one that can do it. It's not. I don't want to say racist more. It's more ignorant. Ignorant of the fact that there's 100 million, 300 million in certain areas, like people. Africa is the biggest continent, as far as countries in the world. And you think there's only one? I think that's irresponsible to say.
Yeah.
And I think it's ignorant of the fact of what's going on. And that another person could come in and give you great energy. Another person could come and do a great job and pay homage to this character. And I think people are right when they say Christopher Reeve, who for me is my Superman. He just is my Superman, but that doesn't mean I want the character to die. I will always look at Superman and think the curly suit here, like his build, I will always believe he's my Superman. That doesn't mean the character needs to die. I would never kill him after an hour and a half of him being that character. It's not fair, and it's irresponsible again.
Or even I would say Michael Keaton. Granted, they all the guys who played Batman. Oh, Adam West died. But Michael Keaton's my Batman. I loved Adam West because it was goofy, it was funny, it fit what they were doing. I love Ben Affleck. Yeah, brought something different.
Makes
Ben
so
Affleck.
Much sense to him.
Yeah,
I just wish they would give him a better role. But
I wasn't sure how I was gonna feel about Robert Pattinson. I loved what he did with the role. So it's
like we could have all those different people play the character, but there's only one black person. Because why? Because we're not good enough to do that. Yeah. There's not multiple black people that are talented. I don't like that rule. I think it's a very slippery slope, and you got to be careful with it. The only one.
Yeah. So here I'm just gonna do these back to back because they're kind of one. So Drawing said, imagine interviewing Coogler. Imagine one having the audacity to question him about not recasting.
I would in a second. Did you not see Did you not see when Nate Moore was in there and the black guy says, "I am writing an article on this, right?" I have different feelings. I want to know. So you're saying you don't think we should recast T'Challa? Basically, I'm paraphrasing it, but that's what he really said. And you can see how nervous Nate Moore got because he realized someone who understands something is asking him something, and he didn't know. He didn't have his talking points out. So like you saw that problem, and you're going to answer. You're not the only person who knows this character.
Yeah.
You have the responsibility to give it to the masses.
Yeah.
And people that have read it are going to hold you responsible.
Yeah. So, but here he's saying like Chadwick was a brother to Coogler. Chadwick was real life superheroes for so many people. He was Black Panther for a lot of people. Yeah, he was Black Panther, and he could be one of the best guys who ever played Black Panther. Could be, but without recasting, we never know.
Exactly. Guess who's more of a brother? Person. What's more of a brother to Chadwick? His brother,
his actual brother. Yeah,
that's who said. Yeah, I believe that you should probably recast it. That's what Chadwick will want.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go with the fact that his actual brother probably knows that.
Yeah, his actual brother, and that's the thing. I was like. I get they were friends. They were cool. I don't know their level of being closeness. I don't know. That's between them. But Coogler even said, "I didn't know this was out there."
Mhm.
Because only the people that were really close to Chadwick knew about his
His
illness.
inner circle.
And I'm sure they were cool. They were close. They were friends and everything. He didn't know about it. No one on that set from Black Panther knew about him going through this
So
cancer.
how close were they really?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not saying that they weren't close and they weren't friends and it didn't affect Coogler,
Mhm.
but at the same time, going back and questioning him, I would definitely question.
He
Yeah.
wrote 2 movies.
Yeah.
Reese wrote 52 comic books.
Yeah. That's
And,
true.
I
But I mean, just keeping it with the person and not the character for a moment it's but like we said earlier, it's like it's a lot of emotion, and
Mhm.
and
And
even
that's
if
fair.
you don't see it because sometimes you get caught up in that emotion
Mhm.
and you start making not it's decisions that would affect you down the road. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And that's happened for whether it be deaths or a bunch of different good or bad things that get your emotions worked up. But then it's somebody like Kevin Feige who is ultimately the boss. They're like, hey, you know, like maybe we step
Let's
back.
let cooler
Maybe
heads.
yeah,
We're going to step back from the character for a second. Not that he's not the most important one or anything like that. We're just going to give it time to breathe
yeah,
because forcing this movie right now can do nothing but hurt us.
yeah, yeah. In the long run,
Mhm.
for sure. In the long run. Or you said I would not describe Inside Snyder as a reliable. Yeah,
You're not wrong, horror geek.
yeah. That's why I said he's in that weird spot. My time to shine is starting to get there too.
Mhm.
She had a bad run, I think, for a little while, but I still
I
whenever
think
she
she
says
still
something,
was
you pay
getting
attention.
people talking to her,
Yeah,
and then they just went a
yeah,
different direction. They changed the directions, and that's
yeah, yeah,
what could happen now. They could
yeah,
change direction, and not that she was wrong. It's so the last person who told her just they went a different direction,
yeah,
changed.
yeah. So, Professor, what's up? She goes, I'm tired of people saying Chadwick wanted to gatekeep the character. Chadwick did not want to create the
T'Challa
T'Challa
character.
character. I get what you're saying, like and that was his thing. Like we got so much of a different um Black Panther because of Chadwick. Coogler wanted to give him a British accent, which makes no damn sense. You know, and Chadwick was like, no, 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 we're not doing that. So like Chadwick did a lot for the character. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Again, but now you lose Chadwick, and to me, it's almost like you lose that person who understands what the character is, while the creative people want to tell a creative story, not caring about the character itself or the importance of the character. They're
Mhm.
caring about the story and their movie. Chadwick was the character. He cared about the character.
So
So
I'm
he's
gonna
like, no,
figure
we're gonna
out
do
his
this.
dialect. I gotta figure out
Yeah.
if in an area that has never been touched by by outsiders. How's that going to work? I try
Yeah.
not to use the word, but
Yeah.
but but how would you sound? How
Yeah.
what makes more
It
sense?
would make zero sense that they have a British accent. Zero sense.
Exactly.
It's like have
If
them have
without
an Australian
colonizers,
accent.
how the hell do you have a British accent? They're
Exactly. Exactly.
colonizers. That's what it
Exactly.
is.
It's like they have a Spanish accent. Well, they have an Australian accent. They were never really Australian, but Spanish and British were the main
Or
colonizers.
Portuguese
Portuguese, well,
or
yeah,
French. Or French.
French, yeah, the
Yep.
French. Well, I mean, French did colonize a lot, but yeah, yeah,
Senegal still speaks French and Wolof.
yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
and
Well, I mean,
Ghana
yeah,
is both.
yeah,
I mean, Benin. I mean, there's a lot of French, and especially in
yeah,
African. That's why Haiti is a huge thing. So
yeah. I mean, look at Canada. Yeah, they speak French
exactly.
Canadian. So yeah, yep, you got me there. But yeah, yeah. T'Challa needs to return. Junior isn't a legacy character. No, he's a brand new character. You
Mhm.
know, he's a brand new character. It is. Yeah. He said, I'm tired of people thinking Chadwick is not the soul of the Black Panther.
He's
He's
not.
not.
He's not. I
He's
don't know
not.
what to tell you.
Yeah, I don't know. That's like saying, okay, Christopher Reeve is the soul of Superman.
It's the exact same thing.
You know, Is Adam
He's
West soul of Batman?
he's
You know what I
he could be
mean?
the best one right now,
Yeah. Yeah, he could
but we
definitely be the
can't
best iteration,
you
you
have to
know?
give someone a chance to see what they actually got, though.
Yeah. I wouldn't say the soul. There's really there's no character on in movies that was ever like, this is the dude. That is the soul of a character. You know what I mean?
You don't wanna ruin, the way the character's going, but you're not the character. They can recast and do the storyline again. You don't believe me? Look at James Bond. I mean, they can do
Yeah.
those things, you know? So,
Yeah.
you might be the character for now,
Yeah.
but that's
All
just it
right.
for now.
Yep. Brogu, I see you in there. Good night. Appreciate you coming in.
Good
We're gonna
night,
get through
Brooklyn,
we're
man.
gonna
Yeah,
get
yeah, I
through your
appreciate
comic right
you
next.
your comment. We're doing it right now, yeah.
So Brogu said Hollywood has always recasted characters in movies, Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, etc. They should have recasted T'Challa back when they did Wakanda Forever.
Yeah.
Even if you and we say too, even them in their emotional state, they want to grieve and stuff like that. You could have not had T'Challa in the movie, and there could have been a bunch of different reasons why.
Mhm.
Bunch of different reasons why. You know, he's off in outer space, and
You don't
it
even have
makes
to
sense
figure
he's
it
in
out.
outer space.
You don't even have to
Yeah.
figure it out because there's stuff that's there. There's
Yeah.
comic books that are
There's so
there,
many comic
and you
books.
can just
Yeah.
follow some of it. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. You know, I mean, yeah. There's so much. You know. He was also on bias. Too many racists out there demanding a recast. Don't want them to get away with get in their way. So I saw you. This is like the comment you posted on our thing with too many racists demanding a recast. I'm not sure if I seen the racists demanding a recast.
Mhm.
I do see some of the dumbasses. You know, I don't want to get on my like John Campea and start calling people names, but I do see some of the dumbasses. You know, like, oh yeah, recast him as Ryan Gosling. That's stupid.
Mhm.
That's ignorant. That's stupid.
Mhm.
It's a joke if you meant it jokingly. There are some people that are like, oh well, blah blah blah, you know, and do it serious. But for the most part, it's like, no,
Most
it's
people that
not
want to
real.
recast
You know,
love the
yeah,
character. It's
yeah,
not really a lot of racists that are really demanding the
yeah,
recast. I think
yeah,
the people that demand recast are people that want to see the character and want to see it flourish.
yeah, yeah. Because I mean, I don't know if you're racist if you demand to see the smartest, you know, one of the strongest,
Greatest leader,
black
you know,
characters ever. You
ever
know,
created. Like, the most morally perfect character that's
yeah,
that's ever been created. You want to
yeah,
see him recast and you want him to come back out. I don't know if that
yeah,
really makes you a racist, if that's what you
yeah,
really want.
yeah. If you're still in here, check or if you're still in here drawing, let me know some examples if like there's anybody like any racist demanding, then aren't asking for like a race swap of something stupid,
Mhm.
like oh Ryan Gosling. I've seen the picture, everyone's seen the picture. It's funny, it's a joke thing, especially with Disney, doing a lot of race swaps. So you do the opposite of it kind of thing, but that's not real. No, I don't think anybody takes that real,
Yeah.
but
I
yeah.
don't want to even once again, this is a word that I'm worried about people trying to hijack. This recast a child,
Recast.
you don't want them to hijack it.
Yeah.
So I take what figures drawing saying serious, but I don't think that's what the movement's about, and I won't let someone hijack my words and my feelings for my character.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're here for what a black lady sees. I don't say,
I don't
I
think that's
don't
what
I don't want
figure
to
was
say he's
saying.
racist
Yeah, I
or
don't think
not
that's what he
for
was saying
yeah,
either.
you know,
You know,
because like I can't say that people that see Chadwick as T'Challa, see him as Black Panther, like that it holds a lot of importance to them. And I can't take that away because he was great as that character, you know what I mean? And he did do a lot to bring this character out to a bigger, wider audience that don't do comic
he was
books.
great as Jackie
You know?
Robinson. Should never no one ever
Yeah,
do another Jackie Robinson thing. He
yeah,
was great as Thurgood
yeah,
Marshall. Should we never get Thurgood Marshall? James Brown should never be on film again. He was great at it. He did all the mannerism he studied. I think that's unfair to say.
yeah.
So you can't
Even that,
use
it was like should James Brown himself, like that
stop doing
person,
it.
not be on screen as anybody, you know what I mean? So Yeah.
As I said, Denzel's too much Malcolm X, so we don't need to see another Malcolm X. No, that's not how it works.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm
Those are
not.
real
I
people.
don't think. I don't think you're racist figure. But I know profess. A lot of the recast guys. We're very
We're very
defensive.
passionate
To the passionate.
and worried about how people are taking it. And I understand Professor 100%.
Yeah.
And but you when you're saying something, you have to be careful about how you're saying it. And that's why I'm trying to say I don't think that you're saying those things, but I do think that you need to understand the importance of who he is and what this character actually means to a lot of people and why the recast was started.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, when Marvel reboots in a few years, at least 5, I imagine they can reintroduce everyone. And that's so this is the one I wanted to get to. I don't want to spend too much time because I know we got a bunch of comments. But I think this might be the most interesting part of it all. So the rumor is that everything's going to get restarted. It's not a reboot because they are going to keep certain things and certain people. It's going to be a soft reboot. I think a reset or restart, is kind of like, good, but it's definitely a soft reboot.
Just use one of the variants to be, we're getting rid of the multiverse idea. We're going to have basically one place that has all these characters now.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's like, do you want to see, and I saw other people talk about this too. Do you want to see this recast for Doomsday and Secret Wars to be a temporary one that allows them to recast possibly somebody younger when they do the reboot? Or do you want to see this person coming in, whether it be a variant or the main universe one? Do you want to see him be the continuation of this character?
It depends on how long the person wants to play that character. I want him to be there definitely for the rest of this MCU run that we're having. So I mean, Doomsday, Secret Wars, whatever, and then Wakanda Forever, Wakanda 3, whatever. And if we're gonna go even further than that, if you can use him to introduce Storm, because you want to do it that way, you could do that, and then bring the X-Men in that way. I mean, T'Challa has connections to everybody.
It really does.
He's in everything. I have the Exiles comic book right here, right? You see this? Who's that right there? You know what I'm saying? Like you have things you can do with all of them. So I mean, it depends on how the storyline goes. And I know it's going to be the mutant saga that's going to go forward.
Yeah.
And he could be part of that, and it doesn't have to be the main part. And that might be something that the character would like to keep it going. But I would much rather get to a point where I'm not looking at a funeral, I'm looking at a wedding.
Yeah.
I would love that part.
Yeah. Yeah. I know I think Chill's I always bring up Chill because he's like the guy that I think brought a lot of us together. You know what I mean? So we, not saying that he created it by any means, but he reached out to a lot of YouTube creators and kind of gathered us up under one umbrella kind of thing, where we all kind of learned about each other and became friends and stuff like that. So I talk about him all the time. So make sure you go check out Chillmonger. But in one of his last chats, he was talking about black characters that are originally black characters and blah blah blah. And I brought up Spike. I'm like, Spike was created specifically for the X-Men Evolution show because there wasn't literally the writers of the show were like, hey, there's like no black characters besides Storm. We need somebody younger to be in here, and they created Spike. And he was related to Storm. He was Storm's nephew, I believe.
Yeah.
I would love to see Spike kind of get into the MCU. I think that'd be great because then you can link him to Storm and link him to T'Challa, link him to a bunch of different things.
These people, though, you have to put money behind it.
Yeah, but stick to it. And that's kind of another issue. You create a lot of these characters and then you don't stick with it. I think Spike, he could have easily been turned into, like, they brought up Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn was made for a TV show, and now she's so big of a staple in the DC comics and stuff. You could do that with like somebody like Spike, who was cool. I love Spike. I thought he was a really cool character.
I feel you, but no, give me Blue Marvel.
Yeah.
Give
No,
me
yeah.
Blue
No, yeah.
Give me Blue Marvel.
Yeah. But I think he was talking about like a character that was created, and then kind of like certain ones stay around, and then other ones kind of fall off to the wayside. It's usually
Blue
the
Marvel fell
minority
off
one.
the wayside a lot. No one knows about him unless you really know the comic books. It's only a 5-issue run.
Yeah.
And then
See, I can see Coleman Domingo being I can
Blue
see him
Marvel.
doing Blue
Oh,
Marvel. That'd be
so
great.
Blue Marvel.
That'd be
Oh,
great. Right age, right built. Like that would be super great. I would love to see that. I would love to see that.
If I can see you give me Adam and Coleman Domingo be Adam. Oh my god, that'd be so good. Ugh.
Yeah. Their characters don't have a legacy. Exactly.
You end it. You killed the character, and that's always a problem.
Yeah. How do we issue recasting? They have issues when they can't make another Blade movie. It always seems as though they have an issue with portraying strong black males in a movie. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. Even Black Panther itself, the movie, the guy who owned basically Marvel Comics or Marvel didn't want to do Black Panther. He didn't think it was going to make any money, and Kevin Feige was out here like, I want to do it. I think it's a good story, important story. Finally, he got his way, and the guy got fired basically, and Kevin Feige took over, and was the decision maker. And the first thing he did was make, a Black Panther, and made a Captain Marvel, a woman and a black man, leads. And, they both did good. Obviously one was, I think, better than the other, but, they both made a lot of money, but yeah. So there's a lot of people who don't want to put this stuff on screen, and then when it gets out there, then that was like part of my issue with Ryan Coogler. I love Ryan Coogler's stories. I think he's a great director. He has an issue of killing off somebody to allow the other character to have motivation. So he's refrigerates the girlfriend.
Yep,
he does that always. Always. You don't believe me? Anybody in chat, I will bet. I don't want to bet too much. I'll bet like $100 that Sinners, one of those twins is gonna die.
Oh, 100%. It's gonna motivate the other one.
Exactly. There's 2 Michael B. Jordans. One of them is gonna die because Ryan Coogler, that's what he does.
I mean, this is another character. You want to say he's a very cool black character?
Oh, is that Elijah Bradley?
So this is Truth, the Red, White, Black. It's the whitewash. It is actually about Falcon. It is Falcon still.
Oh, okay.
So but once again, he's not a superhero. He's a dude. He's a dude. That's just a facts. So and he's also not the original character of it. So once again, it comes into that Miles Morales problem. I still love Falcon and or Captain America. I love Sam Wilson regardless, but he's a guy, and he's not. He's also poor. He's also like it's you don't have he was following somebody. He's a I don't want to say he's a B-list C-list character, but he was not the main one. He was literally like a cohort. That's kind of what happens with him. So
so Cap is a strong black character in the movies. Not yet. I mean, we haven't seen Sam Wilson as Captain America yet.
Exactly.
But it's also
he's the backlash from America.
yeah. But same thing in the comic. He's not the main Captain America. And I think when they do a soft reboot, Sam ain't staying. He's not staying as
reboot. How about this? Bucky's going to be Captain America in this.
You think so? That'd be wild.
They're going to.
That'd be wild.
And he's going to continue to be himself, but Bucky's going to take over the Captain America. How do I know this? Because when we have what's the movie with the Bucky's going to be in what's it called?
Brave
the Red, huh? No, that Bucky's gonna be in with Red Guardian and Elena. What's it called?
Thunderbolts.
The Thunderbolts. So the Thunderbolts with the asterisk because they're going to be they're going to be into being the Avengers,
New Avengers,
and they're going to make Bucky Captain America. Watch.
I can see them both being Captain America.
Well, no. So Sam is going to be his Captain America. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
But America is going to make Bucky the Captain America because he's a super soldier and he's done it in the comic books. They're going to do it. He's going to be the leader of that part.
Yeah.
Watch. And you can say that I'm wrong. Watch it happen in 8 months. Come back to me.
That'd be wild. That'd be wild because I think it would, man, that would just prove Chillmonger. I feel like Chillmonger would just do a shred. Like, I'm right. It was like, because you prove that, like, you know, like these characters are temporary until, you know, the original
narrative, and then you get shit back out.
You know, and even like then if you start splitting Captain America, it's even a bigger, more legit reason to, you know, consolidate it in the reboot and bring Steve Rogers back. You know?
Yep. He's already going to be there.
Yeah.
What variants? Like they could do it right then.
Yeah. Yeah.
But so when they say that the Avengers are going to go against Doom and all that stuff, I'm telling you, the Avengers they're talking about are the Thunderbolts.
That'd be cool.
And,
that'd be interesting.
And so Sam is going to join them, right? But the Thunderbolts are already going to be there. Thunderbolts. They'll be the Avengers.
Yeah.
And they're going to use, I'm telling you, they're going to use Bucky as that Captain America.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to call it, this is character depth, you know, because now we got Sam and Bucky, they know each other. He was there when when Sam was given the Captain America shield. And now they have this problem. What does he do? I'm telling you, this is what they're doing. It's going to happen.
That'd be interesting. That'd be really interesting. I'm not saying like I think you're going to upset some people, but again, like again,
we know what's going to happen.
Yeah, it shouldn't be a surprise, especially if you ever read the comics. Like, you're not surprised with it. You know, you already did the temporary with who is it? The fake Captain America agent. I forgot what his name was.
Yeah, the
with Walker. I can't think of whatever his character was. But yeah. Well,
that's what they're going to do.
That's interesting.
And the one that we've seen on these movie releases and all this, the script leaks and all that stuff. Yeah. And they're talking about the Captain America that they're talking about, and then the Thunderbolts being the Avengers. That's U.S. agent. That's what it is. That's what it is. It's going to be him. It's going to be Bucky leading the Avengers as Captain America.
Yeah.
While Sam is still Captain America.
I mean, that. Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense in the comic book kind of style.
In the comic books too. Like I'm just saying, they're setting this up. That's the asterisk around Thunderbolts.
Yeah,
they're the Avengers.
Yeah, I like it. Kevin Davis, what's up? It says very concerned audience is going to reject new actor playing T'Challa. I don't think so.
We have to give respect to Chadwick Boseman, and I think that's going to be a big thing.
That's like, are they going to reject Thunderbolt Ross in this upcoming movie? You know, like I can almost guarantee the line is Sam is going to see Harrison Ford as Ross for the first time. He goes, oh, you look different. He goes, oh yeah, I shaved the mustache. That's it. That's all you need. They did the same thing.
Keep it moving.
Yeah. You know, and they did the same thing with Terrence Howard and who's the other guy? I'm trying to blank on his name. Who replaced Terrence Howard?
You mean the new
War Machine or Rhodey?
Yeah. I don't know why I'm forgetting his name right now.
I know, man.
Like the biggest.
I know he's way yeah. But same thing with him. You know, he saw him. He goes, I'm here. Get used to it or whatever. You know, Don Cheadle.
Don Cheadle, yeah. I'm looking at Don Cheadle right in front of my face.
I know, but Kyle was like Don Cheadle. It reminded me. She called Don Cheadle. Yeah. You know, the recast was corny. I don't know. I would have liked to see what Terrence Howard was going to do with that character, but you know, Terrence Howard I guess it maybe worked out because Terrence Howard, he kind of went off the deep end.
I mean, Robert Downey Jr. screwed him over, so
that too. I mean, yeah, that Yeah, that was annoying. But yeah. Even if Marvel Studios recast T'Challa, their film will not going to reach heights of the first film at the box office. Know what the audience wants.
No, I think if you do recast that, it's a very good possibility. You put in Denzel Washington, you recast T'Challa, you're bringing them back to the MCU, bringing them back to this stuff. I think it makes a lot of money. I'm going to
Yeah,
say it
I
makes
think it can,
1.2 billion dollars.
it can get to the billion. I don't know how far it passed, but I can see it getting to the billion. You know,
If they introduce it right, and then they introduce the character, and the character is someone like Aldous Hodge. This is my favorite one.
say, yeah, it is. It might too.
Let's say it's Aldous Hodge. I think that would be a big one. And people are talking about that he doesn't have the African accent. I'm like, what the hell y'all talking about? Have y'all not been watching Aldous Hodge? He didn't just get here. I could think of like 4 episodes that he's done it.
Yeah.
So
it's not. And these guys are actors. You get a dialect coach. You practice. I mean, you sit there and you watch Black Panther 1 and Civil War on replay, and you just listen to however Chadwick said it.
Do exactly the same, but he's done African accents in Leverage. He's done it. He was an African prince multiple times, at least 3 times in 3 episodes. I watched all Leverage, so I know. So I'm just saying that he's done it. I've been an Aldous Hodge fan for a long time.
Yeah.
So I'm not too worried about it. Just like Chadwick had to figure out the dialect, So
I was gonna say the same thing. I'm like, I mean, Chadwick, I don't know too much about him before. Well, I mean, I know now, and I saw the movies he was before he was in Black Panther. I don't remember him doing
African accent.
Yeah, so and stuff like that. It's not hard. It's you have time. And they're actors. That's what they do. So he'll spend X amount of hours per day just with somebody doing it.
Just like you get your body, you get your mind, you get your dialect right. If you care about the character, you're gonna get it right.
Yeah. Same thing if you're like playing like somebody from a different country or somebody from the South. You're playing like some Louisiana, person or something like that. So, it's no one says that about Cumberbatch. Cumberbatch, he plays Doctor Strange. I mean, now with British people, because of my girlfriend, I hear when they when they emphasize things when they talk in English, but and you definitely hear it I never heard it until she pointed it out and she fucking ruined it for me. It's like, damn it, Erica. But you can hear him like, I'm Stephen Strange. Like he really emphasizes certain letters, because of his natural accent. But yeah,
try not to let it come through. Yeah.
But no one complains about that. It was like the dude's British. So shit, I didn't know House, the dude from House. I didn't even know he was British until an award show. I was like, oh shit. So yeah, I'm not worried about having the accent.
Damson Idris is funny because people, he did Snowfall, right? You heard how he got a dialect coach for that, right?
Oh, no, I didn't.
He came in, he's this proper British guy, and they took him to the middle of the hood and took him to Popeyes, and he started to teach him how to speak the language and how to do the dialect. I mean, not the language, the dialect. Like literally did that. So now you listen to him and you think, oh man, Damson Idris is American. He's from the hood. He's from Atlanta, and no, he's British as hell. He had to learn the accent. We didn't have to worry about that Snowfall.
Yeah. There's certain things that I'm not worried about. Ace, what's up, Ace? He goes, I don't think so. You have his brother come out and say it's a good thing. I don't think he would get much pushback. Same, and this is the thing. You start coming people. I guarantee if the cast of Black Panther, 2 were to come out and say like this is what Chadwick would have went, no one would have argued. All the fans, because all the fans would have been jumped on board. Like, oh yeah, like I'm gonna go support it because that's what he wanted. So
you just say you literally say you talk to the family, you show respect for say Chadwick took it one place. I'm going to try to take it to across the finish line. I'm going to respect the way he did it, but I'm going to bring something else to the character. I love the character, and I read all the comic books, and I'm that guy. If you do it that way, and you bring it together, you don't try to separate people. You try to bring them together. I think they'll succeed. I think it'll be big.
Yeah.
If you could return the feeling that you did with the Black Panther, with the understanding that country's behind them, that we're strong together, and without colonizing, we're the strongest. And now it's being open to other people. If you can return to that the family is strong, that we're not going to be taken apart and fall apart in a year. Like, if you could undo those feelings, I think you're gonna have a really big movie.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Or and can you imagine if you introduce Storm?
Yeah. Oh man.
You don't have to do the wedding or any of that stuff. I'm just saying, introduce.
Yeah. 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 Well, you're like that. Sorry. Drawing saying Chadwick made Black Panther in the eyes of millions of people. People who didn't read Black Panther comics. Yeah,
and like another movie will do the same thing.
Yeah, do it again with a new actor, and I can see that hype coming in. Because I know we talked about it a little earlier. That first movie had so many people like coming, with like their like a weekend like the Boys and Girls Club kind of thing, like all the classes and stuff like that. Like, you had big groups of people going there to support it because they wanted to see this character. They didn't do that for the second one because a lot of them didn't want to see the death. But again, I think it made that much money because a good chunk of people wanted to see how they're going to honor Chadwick. You know what I mean? Like, honor, quote unquote. So for me, I always see the funeral scene as a cash grab. And I'm sure that's not what they meant for it to be. I know they meant for it to be special to them. But I guarantee, Bob Iger or Chapek, whoever was in charge at the time, was like, "Oh yeah, let's do that. That's gonna make a lot of money."
Yeah.
So, but now if you do it, if you go back and like, all right, here's the king again. Again, like you said, with Denzel in there,
show how smart he is, and do those things and build the family back up.
Yeah.
Do those things.
You got to build the family
back up. Use the eyes of Wakanda to build the country back up. Then you bring back T'Challa and make it strong again.
Yeah.
Do it that way.
Yeah.
Undo the crap you did.
I mean, we do it all the time in movies. Star Wars, the sequel trilogy undid the last movie. So you had episode 8 undid what 7 did, 9 undid what 8 did. So it's not like it's a new thing. And Drew's just coming in saying, "What's up?"
Hey, what if we do that? If you just say, you know what? Somehow Chadwick returns.
Bro.
That's it, Chadwick. Yeah, I didn't say T'Challa. Somehow Chadwick returns.
It's my God. Like, how is that an okay? I know no one really likes it, everyone hates it, but like that past the writers and the directors were like, yeah, like J.J. Abrams was like, yeah, it's good enough. Fuck it. It's like it's so annoying. Yeah,
we want to run through some of these.
Yeah. He was great, but he's not the only one that can make the character great.
Yep. Yeah, I agree.
Yep. Exactly. In Wakanda Forever, they basically made T'Challa baby daddy that wasn't around for his child. I hated Wakanda Forever. Same.
Yep.
Same. Yep.
And then you want to make the king the guy who doesn't have his father in his life. And then show him how to be a man, how to be a king, how to be proper. None of that. That's what you want to do.
And you want him to be a king of a kingdom that he is a stranger to. Yeah. Yeah. That doesn't work. Figure drawing is saying also I like comics because they are comics, not movies.
Yeah, but you can still base it on things. It's just like seeing X-Men. I like X-Men. Be on set to say no one should have comics in this thing, and then you realize that's stupid, and then you get the X-Men you get. I was the only one over there trying to sneak comic books to people. Like,
I know,
like it's drugs. Like, hey, I got one for you. Right?
I would think part of it, like that's why I'm like part of me will never forget those original Fox X-Men movies.
Wolverine for you. Come on.
Yeah.
Just man.
That's one of the reasons I really don't like that movie much. Yep. Profess saying it's been 5 years and you ignore all the spoiler kings. No, Christopher made bigger impact Superman, but we have a lot of those films haven't vanished. Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm. And you've had multiple people playing the characters. Matter of fact, in the last 25 years, we've had how many people play Batman?
Yeah,
just saying.
Yeah, just the big screen. Don't even count. You
go 35 years.
Somebody,
you go 35 years, you're talking about like 6 people. You go to 40 years, we're talking about 7, 8 people.
Yeah. Also, I don't know if you've seen that 1940s Batman video going around. Oh my god! Oh my god! Damn. Yeah, but like obviously, it's somebody buying the rights to the character and doing whatever they want to do with it without being to the comic book source, and that's the shit you get. You get racist ass Batman. So like you need to respect the comic book, the source material to a certain level for sure. Some creative changes are not horrible.
Exactly.
But special show, yeah.
What'll be?
A little bit of one. Drew, I think the recast is not necessary unless you're having the kid from the end of the credit scene kind of forever, who was also named T'Challa, become Black Panther. So that's kind of our issue with it.
I understand you thinking that, but understand that that's why we're saying you can't do that. And all the tropes and the racism and all the other stuff that's there. We have a character that should have continued. We have a storyline that should have continued, and it would have been a very good one. And now, they need to backtrack, and they need to just realize that they made the wrong decision and fix it.
I think they are realizing it. Let's not talk about that Batman. Yeah, that's like, yeah. I didn't even know that existed until I saw it on TikTok. I was like, what? Damn. Oh man,
come on.
Yeah.
In the 40s, this country was a different place.
I was gonna say it's like, yeah, that's not even that long ago. Figure Drawing said Christopher Reeves is a white dude. Black Panther, the movie, is arguably one of the most important black movies of all damn time. Yeah.
Okay, and that's only because there haven't been a lot of black movies, right? So shouldn't I then use the same character and make another movie and see what I can do for the culture? Culturally, have you even watched the video? Want to say about culturally how important that is?
Yeah.
To understand what it is to have a culture in itself.
Yeah.
How important that is. So if you say there's only one, then there never could be more. You're limiting yourself.
Said no other movie with black cast made that much money.
Yeah, because no other movie continued to have that type of cast there.
And there's no character like T'Challa. Like there's not.
I'm telling you, DC could do it though.
DC
could do it.
Yep.
Don't let me get a Static Shock. Don't leave me an Icon.
Yeah.
DC could do it. I got Steel over here somewhere too.
Steel would be cool. I can see Steel coming in like really early into the DCU. Hey, while you look for that, ones. Right.
I always got Steel.
There you go. Nice. Yeah. He goes, did you get your wish in recast? He goes, is he going to be a variant? So that's what we're kind of figuring out.
Trying to figure out.
But there is news, and I think we are getting at T'Challa. We just don't know how or who. Is it going to be original? One person is saying it's going to be TJ grown up. One person is going to say it is one from a different multiverse. So
we'll see.
Yeah. Marvel Studio doesn't need to recast T'Challa at all moving forward with the new story and characters. If they do the reboot, but
the only thing I disagree with Kevin about is that you understand that how important Black Panther is as a character, how important T'Challa is as a character overall, as like the best black character, because there are no black characters. They gave him everything. They gave him the intelligence. They gave him the money. They gave him the leadership. They gave him the country. They gave him a place where you didn't have, any colonization. You had all outsiders kept outside. You're able to grow organically. They gave you powers. They gave you a connection to the ancestors. They gave you those type of values passed down from generation to generation to generation.
Yeah.
Everything that you need to be powerful and understand what's important, even in African culture, like as far as that goes, it was there. They gave him everything. So he's not just a black character, another character. He is the black character. He is the best of all worlds. He is literally our Superman.
Yeah. And also, like, I think if they keep going down this route with Toussaint being the new T'Challa, I think they're gonna lose a lot of their fan base, and I don't think it's gonna be that movie that they can bank on. You know what I mean? Because right as of right now, the Black Panther franchise is an $800 million minimum. And that's a solid number. That's a solid number. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like it's bad, but that's your minimum. It could be $1 billion, and pretty easy. I think it could be $1 billion.
Easily.
But if they start doing
the
weird,
community comes back to it, and you say that we're going to build this country back up, and we're going to do all the things we just kind of outlined, and give you a cultural phenomenon again.
Yeah.
Couldn't be better.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, there he is.
What's up,
man?
I told myself I was gonna take only a 40-minute nap.
No worries.
Later.
You get it.
We're just going through some of the comments, see what everyone's saying. We got Travis saying, "How's it going?" Yeah. I mean, for most people, Chadwick is the real life superhero, and he is, man. Chadwick Boseman is a superhero. There's no doubt.
That movie was not called Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah. Chadwick Boseman wasn't the Black Panther. He played a character that was the Black Panther, and now that character is gone. But
so you don't want. I want to give respect to Chadwick Boseman because
100%.
Oh, absolutely,
unbelievable. But that doesn't mean the character dies with him. That doesn't mean that I've already outlined it multiple times. But that doesn't mean the character dies. So I'm not going to worry about it anymore.
Yeah, Tony died from a snap, and the stones drew him somewhere and made him Doom.
No, that's not how it happens.
No, they're saying he is Doom. Like they didn't make him Doom. Yeah, it's just I'm curious to see how they go about it, but
all right, we're
an
hour behind, so let's go. This won't happen, but Doom is self-conscious about his face, so perhaps he replaces his face with Tony Stark's, so he see himself as heroic when he looks at himself. Won't happen, but that's a way. That's cool.
Like it.
So I'm telling you that Lakeith Stanfield comes in as a variant. I like Lakeith. I'm not tripping.
I like Lakeith. What is T'Challa? I can't see him as a.
It's not bad. Somebody said him as brother Voodoo.
I like that. Southern.
I like
Southern,
that. I like
New Orleans.
That I like.
That works.
That I like.
Yeah.
Especially media outlets will be reporting that the story, if it wasn't true, if this was true. Other media outlets are reporting it.
Yeah, it's direct. I mean, it's not the big media outlets because I don't think it's that big of a news.
It didn't come from Marvel directly.
Yeah, but it's been big enough where it's on Screen Rant, the direct, comicbookmovie.com, IMDb, so you're not getting the big ones yet because it's not
pretty big.
Yeah, IMDb is pretty big. Even Screen Rant is pretty big.
Screen Rant's gotten really big, yeah.
But you're not gonna get Variety and stuff like that until it's like official.
Yeah, because Variety is gonna put some negative twist on it.
Yeah, right.
I still like the idea of T'Challa's spirit taking over a new body, something like a person who's mortally wounded, volunteering himself to become T'Challa's new body or synthetic body.
Give me a second.
Synthetic body is interesting. Hey, look, it's me again. So a synthetic body is interesting. I don't think you need to do it. I think literally you can use a variant of T'Challa and you can use that soul and put that soul into that new body and not have to worry about it. So Professor said T'Challa's the only black character who has the potential to be on the same level as Clark Kent, Bruce Wayne, Peter Parker in terms of media appearances. Their characters do not have a legacy. Travis says revealed T'Challa has kept Killmonger's body in stasis the whole time, hoping to bring him back, rehabilitate him, but Killmonger allows T'Challa to take over his body, becoming him. Yeah, you can't do Killmonger. I mean, Killmonger. You can't do that. Yeah. Yeah, Tony when he came in, and of course, Kal-El can't stay on stream, but wanted to say, hey, bring my support. I always appreciate that, Kal-El. He says, Sport Kings, if Marvel brings T'Challa back with deepfake text, what would you say? The mere thought of me is a nightmare fuel. I agree with that. I would hate that. I wouldn't want that at all.
Yeah, I don't Paul Walker him.
Yeah, we don't need that. That's not what the story. Xavier came in and said, thank you, Spoiler Kings, for keeping the recast conversation alive. Hey, you just mentioned it to me, and I'm going to be there. I feel like you said 3 times. I'm watching the video. I'm
You're
just,
there, right?
no matter what. Ty came in. What's up? He said, once again, he said, there are so many possibilities in fiction. Travis says, having Rhodey lead the charge against Doom, a chance to save Tony, saying something like, you were lost in the desert. I brought you home. It doesn't matter what universe it is. I always will.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Rhodey did bring him home.
Yeah.
I disagree with what Figure Drawing says here. Like it or not, Black Panther in movies died when Chadwick died. Comic book Black Panther is immortal. Humans are not. That has nothing to do with the character is immortal.
Yeah.
The character is just a character.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and
go ahead, Tank. I can't hear you.
Thunderbolt Ross, he died. Same thing. Died, and we got a recast.
And they didn't. It seems like they didn't hesitate to recast. Like not too long after William Hurt died.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think his corpse was still probably fresh when they did that.
Yeah, that's true. Black Panther is a very important movie to me. Wakanda Forever, I did not like it, but I'd rather have that than a racist T'Challa Black Panther 2. For me, that would have been whack as fuck. But I don't think those are not the only 2 choices. Don't give me those 2 choices. Like we could just make sure that's not the choice, right?
And I know I'm way behind on this conversation tonight, but like we've said multiple times, that was the time to recast T'Challa, and they remain steadfast on killing him off. And now they want to walk it back now that they've written themselves into a corner.
All they had to do was wait.
Yeah.
So death is not the end. It's more of stepping off point. And the living aren't done with you yet. Are the mantras established at the beginning of T'Challa's in the MCU and should hold true now.
Yeah, that
is. I wanted to get to this point because that's why I kept on looking at it. I wanted to get to this point. Exactly. Death is not the end. That's what he learned about his father. Boss can change things. You can do a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's just another notch of how the second one contradicted the first one on every level. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was they're being way too reactionary rather than stopping and thinking.
Yeah.
Now that they realize they've written themselves into a corner, they probably saw the folly of their screw up. Now they're backpedaling.
Yeah. What happens when you screw up?
Yeah. Ty says, if Tom Holland dies, do we never see Spider-Man again?
Exactly.
We had 3 Spider-Man pointing at each other.
in the last movie, yeah.
So Disney knows a lot of people would not accept recast. This is a factor among many others.
I disagree with that. I just disagree with that.
I think
if you get Kevin Feige up there, you get Coogler and some of the cast members up there. They're Chadwick's brother. Put him on stage. I think, and you explain like, hey,
you have him introduce him. Him saying, "Hey,
Like,
my
we all
brother
loved him.
Chadwick would
Yeah.
always want this idea of this character continuing. I'm proud to say that we are going to have T'Challa back in the MCU, and then you can let this person is someone that my brother will love watching. It's a great character to carry on the legacy my brother started, and I'll be proud to introduce blank."
Yeah.
And have that at Comic-Con in San Diego after you put him in the end of the Fantastic Four. Give me a quick 5.2 seconds of him walking through. Why by 5.2 seconds? Because his episode, because it's issue 52 that he came in.
Yeah.
Just saying.
But I do disagree with that, man, respectively. Like, yeah.
So T'Challa's coming back also makes the second film more effective. You establish characters can die, letting that feeling sit, and then having them return, making the payoff more powerful.
Exactly, Travis.
Mm-hmm. I'm just going to do these back to back because they're kind of one. That's what she said. And then we talked about his brother. He said, but his actual brother did not write the movies. But that's not the only person that can write a movie.
Yeah, neither did Chadwick. Neither did Chadwick himself. Like, he gave his inputs and stuff like that. But
Ty says, "Where's T'Challa? Hello, chap. I love tea, biscuits, and yellow teeth."
But wouldn't it after how hard Chadwick had to lobby to have T'Challa and all the Wakandans have African accents? Mm-hmm. How much of an insult would it be if the resurrected or the new Black Panther had a British accent or an English accent?
Oh my God, I didn't even think about that.
The writer had in there. Coogler, the writer, had that.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that means he makes mistakes.
Yep.
I never realized it was Coogler. I thought Chadwick Boseman had that argument with the with Feige in the studio. I didn't know it was Coogler.
I thought it was Coogler too.
Like, because Coogler wrote the script.
Like, he wrote the script and it was going to have a British accent with it.
Yeah.
How about that?
So you make mistakes, right? Just because you wrote something doesn't mean it's
But that just shows like the colonized mindset of like, oh, British is elegance. It's like powerful. I was like, yeah, because it's forced upon you, bro. It's like that's
they're the colonizers.
Yeah.
It's so funny. A place that's never been colonized, that colonizer. You're gonna be my king? No, bro.
Yeah.
No. J.K. Simmons is the soul of J. Jonah Jameson.
That would probably be one of the closest ones.
Cap is a strong Black character in movies.
I think we kind of brought that up.
Yeah, we talked about that. Hey, you can take over right now, actually, because I think we got pat down far enough. I feel better.
True. Oh man, because I didn't realize we were that much, man.
Yeah, I was looking like we are way behind.
There we go. D Stizzle, what's up, man? Appreciate you being here. Shout out to the Recast T'Challa gang. Exactly, man. Appreciate you coming in. Imagine if they do a white Kirk Lazarus. Shameful.
Oh my God. Oh, I don't want to go there.
D Stizzle said, "I'm cool with a full reboot, but that would require more competent studio heads." Yeah.
I don't want to lose what Chadwick already built.
Yeah. I don't think we're gonna do a full reboot. We're not gonna do a full reboot.
I don't think we're ever gonna do a full reboot.
No, they're too far in with the story and the MCU as a whole to just completely reboot.
Yeah, it's gonna be a soft reboot for sure. Reboot. I think. Yeah, it's gonna be a soft reboot. Keep the good stuff. And then you can redo the bad decisions or stuff that didn't quite work out. So it works.
You have Civil War be with all the actual characters. You can do all those things again. But you could have it revolve around the mutant saga.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, more mutants. Ace saying, I think by the end of the Thunderbolts is gonna be Thunderbolts / Secret Avengers.
I can see that.
Not be secret. I think they're going to be the Avengers. The U.S. government,
new Avengers,
the U.S. government will call them the Avengers. They'll be the new Avengers, and Bucky will be Captain America.
Yeah. Kyle saying, bro, too soon they're gonna reject the Logan recast. I don't know. I don't think so. Not anymore. I think people are starting to realize like Hugh Jackman's getting old.
Hugh Jackman's going to be there just with Deadpool. That's it.
Yeah.
And Secret War. Yeah, the Secret Wars, and then
yeah. I mean, he plays Wolverine. He ain't Wolverine, so the man ain't living forever. So
yeah, and aside from the until he's 90 memes, which are getting progressively annoying, by the way,
yeah.
That's the other thing that's one of the few things about Deadpool 3, in addition to the Madonna song, that I just can't stand. But Hugh Jackman is not the end all be all of that character. I know I'm spitting blasphemy right now, but there's room for other for other takes on that role.
I didn't realize we're still 30 minutes behind.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. I'm taking you off spoiler because we didn't know Don Cheadle, US agent.
I couldn't think right there. I was blinking. I had one thing.
Yeah, Chadwick with Africans was the best. Yeah.
So he added 2 different type of dialects. So it was South African along with a Nigerian type of accent. So he merged 2 type of accents when he did it.
Yeah, and it fit the character. It made sense for them, I think. Not everyone can learn accents. I mean, that's true, but
if actors usually do.
Yeah, if you're a good actor,
if you're dedicated to your craft, you'll try to make it work.
Just like I said, Damson Idris, like you believe he was American, right? You believe he was from the hood, right?
Early on, I thought he was.
Yeah,
like,
your name's Damson. Oh, you're British. just
Yeah. Oh yeah, Bushmaster from Luke Cage did a good accent.
I think he's probably the best Jamaican accent I've heard in a long time.
Okay.
Jamaican accents are hard.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to Jamaica and you listen to someone saying, I still don't know half this crap they be saying? I'd be like, what?
I was gonna say let's ask Chet Hanks.
Oh no. Well, you should Google like what's the best Jamaican accent in a movie? It's probably be like Meet Joe Black. It's literally, I'm telling you, it's because it's hard. Because if you put it in there, people have to understand what the hell you're saying.
There's a lot of slang just from that area kind of thing. So they have their own way of talking, so yeah, it's more than just an accent. It's you got to know what all the words mean, what I mean? So yeah. After Secret Wars, you see actors staying, then do you want to see Angela Bassett back?
I would love it.
But Angela Bassett, absolutely.
I would love it, but they killed her. It pisses me off every time I think about it. But yeah, it's already gone.
Bring her back as a ghost. If Catherine Hahn could do it, Angela Bassett could do it. Yeah,
she should have been Storm 30 years ago.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, make Wakanda great again.
Ace.
You are no longer allowed to talk.
Ace, we have Kevin Feige now because he thought it was stupid.
Yeah, why would you ban comic books on a movie set where you're about a comic book?
Yeah, he was slinging comic books on the set with Bryan Singer.
Yeah.
Hey, I got that the uncanny. I got the uncanny 181. You want that?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, Bryan Singer hated the source material. Which one? I'm like, what are you doing making the movie?
That's what we got to try. Well, Diesel said Feige ain't that same guy anymore, though. I want to see him get back to his original MCU stuff now that he has the studio back in his own hands and not middle management. We'll see. If the next phase is really bad, then
if they don't finish this phase right, I think it could ruin the X-Men phase. And I think that's why you need to pull all the stops. That's why you need to bring back T'Challa. You need that storyline of him, snapping away Doom. Him beating Doom would be awesome if that's the way they went.
Yeah.
Yep.
Go with the Hickman run, man. I'm telling you.
So how many Batman passed away while doing it? I mean, Adam West.
Yeah, I'm saying Adam West
That's
and
the only thing I think
Kevin
of.
Conroy.
But if that's the only way to allow characters, then when do we stop? You know what I mean? Like as soon as somebody dies, that was that character. We can't do that anymore. Then
You would
Christopher
say
Reeve.
Superman and say Christopher Reeve.
Yeah. Well, he died, and then Brandon Ralph did it. So he was the only Superman we had on the big screen.
Yep.
And so yeah. Kevin Conroy doesn't kind of count. No, but you want to talk about souls of a character? Kevin Conroy's
He's
the
the soul of Batman.
Because that is who I hear in my head.
Even when I read the comics, I usually hear Kevin Conroy's voice.
Yeah. Let's see. Ace, not just one playground. He played with a lot of different characters, like the Fantastic Four, Spider-Man, not just the Avengers.
Yeah, he definitely. So I mean, he was with the Avengers. He definitely was a Fantastic Four. You see him Spider-Man. You see, I have him with so many all those connections. He's with the Blue Marvel. He's been with obviously been with X-Men with Storm. He's been with what's her name? Monica Rambeau. He's been with Captain Marvel. Like he's been the intergalactic kingdom of Wakanda. He was with a lot of different people with.
Right.
So T'Challa is with all of them. He connects to all of that.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
I
need to use the bathroom.
All right. These big channels and websites are reporting on it. Yeah. And big enough websites where why we're doing what we're doing and why a lot of the other people, that we're with, Anzo, Big 4 Entertainment was just OCC, and that was one of the topics. He was on with Chillmonger, Dre Mac.
OOC.
Didn't I say OC? OOC? Or did I say OCC? Yeah, my bad. Let's see. I don't think you can make him a
life model. Yeah.
Decoy. Oh, yeah. Then Nikisha, what's up, Nikisha?
What's up, Nikisha?
Coming in.
I saw when you first came in originally about 13 minutes ago. We're catching up.
Yeah. Dan the Man, what's up? Appreciate you coming in, stopping by. The Russo / Marcus and McFeely brought T'Challa in the MCU, killed him once, brought him back, and then I think
they should be the ones
who
do it
again. Yeah, but that's the thing too. Like, how many times are you gonna kill this character, man?
Yep.
Like, you killed his dad. Then you killed him. You brought him back, and then you killed him again. Think about that. Every Black Panther movie, T'Challa died. So far, 2 out of 2. What the hell? Can we? It's horrible. Yeah. She's like, okay, we still going? Oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely she.
This is the show that Mama Bear predicted like months ago. So I'll just do a whole recast episode. Mama Bear got a crystal ball. She saw it coming.
I was like, guys, do you mind? And they're like, let's do it.
Oh yeah.
I think that Tank already had it in his mind.
Oh, for sure. Because I was like, man, do we do Thursday? That'd be the whole show on Thursday.
Exactly. So we gotta do this on Wednesday, so we can still do Thursdays.
Yeah. What is the character resurrection or return of a written out character that would work best? I think, despite being written out in the original, Tommy Lee Jones' return to Men in Black would work. That would work. I like that. And but that was the group. That was the combo. Was
Will Smith.
J and K. Yeah, Will Smith, Tommy Lee Jones. But now Tommy Lee Jones, he's too old. I think he's too old.
Tommy Lee Jones was born old.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Morgan Freeman.
Like Morgan.
Yeah.
See his high school picture.
Oh geez, you already had the liver spots. Even back then.
Yeah, I think Morgan Freeman, Tommy Lee Jones, and Sam Elliott. Much as I like them, they came out of the womb old.
Yeah, they're born at 50.
You born old and got older. All right, get you meet Joe Black.
Figure drawing said. So there's a person online said, quote, I'm against recasting T'Challa now after they already made up their mind not to recast him and build the whole.
You know what?
T'Challa's
I kind of second that, because they were so steadfast and so insistent on killing the character off. And like I said, now they're stick to your guns if you're gonna do something, like that. They
shouldn't have done it from the beginning.
They shouldn't have done. They should not have done it from the jump. It was and I'm not trying to minimize the severity of what happened with Chadwick Boseman, because I get it, and it was absolutely horrible. There were more stories to tell with T'Challa. They were setting him up to be this big heavy hitter in the MCU. They knew that. They but they wanted to push that out of sight, out of mind, and kill the character off. And let's face it, a very insulting way, considering all the other things that he had survived. And now that they realize that Marvel's not hitting the way that they're not hitting the way they used to. They
go back to everything that where did we go wrong?
They squandered so much opportunity. And now it's like, whoa, wait a minute.
It's terrible. So no, the figure drama has been saying that the entire movement was recasting T'Challa. He didn't want racist people to be able to recast T'Challa, and it's been an ongoing conversation with figure drawing with this. But as I said, that's not what it's about. I'm not going to let someone steal or hijack my words of recast. I don't care what anyone that wants to do or say. They're not going to take my words anymore.
True. It's insulting.
It is.
Right.
We're insulting.
Yeah. But also it's like you killed T'Challa in the first movie. You killed him in Endgame. Not Endgame, Infinity War. Or dusted him,
snapped away.
And then you killed him again. Like, the dude dies, man. Like, stop.
So Civil War, what they did, they killed T'Chaka. And they killed T'Challa. He died, almost died in Black Panther 1. Died in Infinity War. Like,
everyone thought he was dead.
What are you doing?
And
it's that same depowering and not giving the screen time, not giving us the character we deserve. And I think I've said enough during this thing, but no, he has to be recast. He needs to be done. It needs to be done the correct way. He needs to be understanding. And once again, using Brother Voodoo or to bring or talk to Boss, or you go to Moon Knight Wave with or Khonshu, whatever, bringing his soul back from that makes the most sense, and putting it into a different body. That's the one I want the most. Then if you're going to bring a variant in, and then you're going to put that in, that's fine. And then TJ's the bottom of the list. But even if you bring the variant in, I still say you could take T'Challa's soul and put it inside, like make him morally injured. And they go to Bast, and they ask, to the ancestral plane, and they ask, hey, we need more, we need him, and he says no, but I'm going to give you something better, and they give him back this soul, and it becomes T'Challa's soul. You need T'Challa, and you give him back, and it's the same T'Challa we got from the original Black Panther. Put that soul into the body, and now we got the original T'Challa back in the universe that we need, that everyone can love. That's what I want. That makes the most sense.
It works in the universe you made and all the lore you made. It just
I mean, Khonshu and Bast and all that stuff. You already did it. You already showed that, but you can go to that plane. You already did it in Moon Knight.
Exactly. And also, I don't think we're stupid enough to not think everybody is going to be on board. There's still going to be a lot of people like who only saw the movie and they're like, no, like that's my Black Panther. It's like,
it's going to be movie people. I mean, there are people that don't care about the actual stuff. So
it's not recasting.
It is literally recasting. It's still the same.
Recasting.
Yeah, you're putting someone
same character.
Same character.
Yeah, because you have to undo. Yeah, you have to undo the BS that happened in the second one. Because you can't just pretend it didn't happen. as much as we want to. You have to go and you have to recast it. So yeah, and you can do it in the Fantastic Four. I think they're in a different universe. That Black Panther dies, which would, I don't know, that would suck again, because you're killing Black Panther again. T'Challa, you're killing again. But
again.
You were like, no, so like he goes to the ancestral plane, and then they're like, no, it's your time to go. But yet we have a variant of you. We have
hurt once it's in Battle World. Once we're in Battle World, it no longer hurts. You're not just killing a variant. You're saying, no, we need him. We're in Battle World. It's all one world now. We're not in the multiverse anymore. We only have one world, and you give him back that. You get to the T'Challa we got for 616.
Yeah, that's my own thing. Is like, I don't want to kill another T'Challa, even if it's from a different universe. That's a bad thing. But
well, if you're killing all the rest of the multiverse, that means you killed all of them, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So at least you're giving back that original one.
And I think a lot of people aren't on board now with the recast because of they only see one person as one character. RDJ is going to change that up, and then once we go to Battle World, and once we see like Hydra Cap and all this weird shit, I think more people are going to be like, I think a lot of people are going to be like, oh, you guys went off the deep end, and none of it matters.
You're going to see the Council of Reeds.
Yeah.
You're going to see 3 or 4 characters of Reed Richards.
Yeah, even if you don't, you already have at least 2 versions of Reed. You have John Krasinski and then Pedro Pascal. So, and then if you get the Council of Reeds, hey, you're probably gonna get a few different kind of looking ones.
Yeah.
How awesome would it be though if one of the Reeds is Jonathan Majors? Like that would be epic. That Kang is one of the Reed Richard ones. That would be super sick.
I wouldn't hate that at all.
No, I would love that. Hugh Jackman, Wesley Snipes, been alive since
Abraham was president. Wesley Snipes used to be that dude in the 90s, man. Y'all know.
Yeah,
I remember. He used to be that dude.
Yep, sure did.
Yeah. Well, here's a good one. If Stallone passed away before Creed, would you want them to recast him? Of course not, right?
But because Creed is the main character. I don't need. This is not about Stallone anymore.
Yeah,
he wasn't even in the last movie.
He wasn't even. Yeah.
So it doesn't matter.
Yeah, we still got a good movie. Yeah, it wasn't the main character anymore. It was telling somebody else's story.
It's saying Creed. You just asked Creed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would not have been opposed with recasting Apollo. I think that would have been interesting. Him having a relationship with his dad that abandoned him, that would have been a way more interesting story than him dealing with it without him being alive.
You know me, I would love to not have a trope of always having to be raised by a black woman because your father, who was a cheater, left you to be raised by a black woman alone. I don't want that.
Ultimately,
I don't want it. It just so if you did do that, it'd be better.
In Origin Day, Larry showed Wolverine and Sabretooth running through the theater as Lincoln was shot.
That's how old they are.
Yeah. I just say sorry. We got it. Hardcore X fans are rabid bunch. They rip Feige a new one if he doesn't come correct. It's got to be better than the X-Men, Fox X-Men bullshit that we got. So
because at least it will follow some type of storyline.
Yeah. And they actually wear costumes.
X-Men 92, 97. We've seen them do that. Marvel knows how to do some of this stuff. They know follow the stuff, follow the comic books, follow stuff, and you'll get a good one. So
yeah,
I agree with these Stizzle.
Yeah, going on 5 years now.
Exactly.
Yep. No shareholder or happy with diminishing returns. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Box office returns are.
But and that's why I think Chill said something about he wants them to announce it now. And my problem with that is that I don't think Marvel would take that money away. That's why you put it at the end of Black Panther where you see someone walking in with the suit. You see the Black Panther suit, and then you acknowledge it and you announce it during Comic-Con. And you bring the person and you take the mask off and we see the recasted character. So you still make it a spectacle while giving us the movie part too. So they make money off of that too. So that's the only way that you're satisfying both sides.
Yeah, tease it in a movie and reveal it at a convention,
and show that hey, no, this matters.
Cool with that. Cool with that. You all are right. He's not Kenny from South Park. Yeah.
Exactly.
He's like, boo, TJ. Stop killing T'Challa. Yep. Not going to make everyone happy, as someone's always going to be pissed off about whatever they do. Exactly. Like I get I'm in the minority of hating the Fox X-Men. 1, 2, and 3, I hate them all. They all suck. And people are like, well, the first one sucked. No, it didn't suck. Like,
yeah, like granted, I respect and acknowledge that they made the comic genre what they are today, or at least the first two, but they were just such pedestrian versions of the source material.
It was made by someone who didn't understand the source material and didn't care about the
and
character.
And that's what didn't bother to,
And you had Angela Bassett sitting right there looking at the storm. Like, you had storylines that made more sense, and you didn't care enough to even pay attention. So if you don't care, then if you don't care as a writer, then I'm not going to care as a fan. I don't care about your movie.
And I think that exactly what you said is how I felt. I just never put it like into words, because when I saw Wolverine and Sabretooth for the first time on screen, I'm like, oh, here it is. They didn't even know each other. Bro, to say I was pissed is an understatement. Little, like, what, I don't even know what year that was. What, the 8th grade? Like 97, 98 or something like that?
98 for us.
The first X-Men was 2000.
2000? Oh yeah. So I was like freshman in high school. Yeah.
I remember being really excited for it too. That was the first movie whose production history I followed from beginning to end. Like I followed the production history from announcement, because they had been trying to make it for years and years, and then like once like early 1999, when it finally started like entering pre-production and stuff like that, and it was gaining traction, I remember following the production history from beginning to end.
Yeah. I don't think I wasn't too much into that, but I did follow it somewhat more than other movies. But yeah. And she's like, oh man, don't get me hyped for Jonathan Majors to come back. Yeah.
What did Figure John say?
Bring up. Brian, can rock with your idea, because seeing outside of the recasting box is so in somewhere else could be dope. But again, in my opinion, that won't work around, not a recast per se.
Oh, it's still a different character playing the same. It's a different person playing the same character. It's literally the definition of recast, right?
Yeah.
A different person playing the same exact character.
Yeah. I mean, but you give it more, because you have to at this point in the game.
They already fucked it up.
Yeah. You have to unscrew it. You can't do a Don Cheadle. You can't do, what I assume what they're going to do with Harrison Ford. You can't do that anymore. You can't be like, oh, get over it. I look different. I shaved my mustache. Like, you can't do that. You're past that. So you have to bring the character back to life in the movie, and put it in a.
Now give me the right character. I need the correct one, the right soul being put into that body, because we need that one.
Yeah, I think not a recast is the child. Little TJ. That's not a recast.
And that will piss me off more than anything, right? I mean,
and a lot of people are calling that a recast. It's not.
It's not. It's the same shit you were gonna do already.
It's a different character.
Well, it's the same shit. They're already going down the same road they were going down. They're going to say, hey, we're still going down the road. Hey, look, it's recast. No, you're trying to hijack the fucking word and trying to make it something that's not.
Agreed.
Yeah, totally.
Agreed. And then Ty saying, how come T'Challa fans getting good news while King fans are still starving? Bro, it's been 5 years.
I said, you got 5 years, bro.
You got 5 years.
You'll get some good news. I'm telling you, Jonathan Majors icon. Give me.
At this point, I want to see Jonathan Majors in DC and excel over there.
Yep.
Just him and Marvel right now, probably forever. Probably not going to mix for, just because of what they did to the character too. They just ruined the character. Yep. But again, like, look, you're mad at what Marvel did to Kang, because he kept losing. He kept losing, and this is not a character who should have lost. He should have won and got away. Or if he lost, he still kind of won. Something like that. So they kind of started to really mess with the character and make him not great. So, but Yeah. Well, we'll see.
Ant-Man's a terrible movie because of what they did. So
yeah. Mr. YouTube 92, what is up? Appreciate you coming in. I haven't seen you in a little while. He said, I think using multiverse to bring T'Challa back seems the best vehicle. Secret Invasion would have been a great opportunity as well.
But Fantastic Four is great. Fantastic Four is perfect because that's where he came in. Fantastic Four 52. That's the one where he came in. You have him step in with that.
Yeah, that's what Chill's saying. You go, sure, if it's revealed in a 2025 movie.
Yeah, but you need to do it then, and then right when Comic-Con comes up, then you give him the full introduction. Don't tell me who the actor is in Fantastic Four. Do not.
Yeah,
I want a full reveal. I want it to feel epic. Understand what the fucking character is. Have Chadwick Boseman's brother come out there, introduce him. Let's do it the right way.
Yep. But Fantastic Four comes out after Comic-Con, right?
So Fantastic Four comes out in July, right?
Early July, right? July, is that July 11th? No, that's Superman. I'm sorry.
I believe it comes
out because I think it would have to be like a D23 then. Do the big review at a D23 instead of a Comic-Con. Because I think Comic-Con happens
in September, right?
Is it? Oh yeah, it might be.
Isn't it usually in September?
Yeah.
July 24th to 27th.
That's Comic-Con?
Yeah.
And then when is Fantastic Four release date? July 25th, 2025. Yeah.
Well, then they do the D23.
You do 23, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Do it around fans that you're going to have to worry about it.
Yeah. Or you push it up a date. Push it up so it happens during Comic-Con. I think that'd be a good way to do it.
But no, you want people to go to Fantastic Four, hear about T'Challa, seeing all this stuff, and the lore to kind of build, and then go D23. Was that September? Usually D23.
Yeah.
September,
August,
and then you get August, September. You reveal who it is after you made a boatload of fucking money because people want to see.
Yeah.
That's
you need to have that secret stuff, like the stuff we got in Iron Man 1, like oh, did you see that end credit scene? Like a good end credit scene. We haven't seen a good end credit scene in a long time. Like a meaningful, good one that really like teases stuff. Teasing a Black Panther would be awesome.
I'm telling you, give me 5.2 seconds of it at the end of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
If they do that exactly, that'd be cool. That'd be really cool. I think we all agree Hickman needs to be the blueprint for what we do about. Yep,
100%.
Yep, that's
100%.
Yeah,
I want him with the gauntlet. I want him to have it. I want him to do this. I want him to beat Doom. I want T'Challa to beat Doom. That's the one.
Oh, that'd be awesome. That'd be good. I just saw this and laugh. The Grace Randolph thing about the Black Power hair.
Oh my!
That's God. Old. That's old news though too. She said that a while ago. Grace is a fake feminist. Yeah. I'm not a fan of her even before she said that. So then retreated. Yeah, we're talking about that. And then First Class, Days, and Logan are fire. What's Kevin James talking about?
Logan is fire.
I mean, I didn't say any of those. I said 1, 2, and 3. I said 1, 2, and 3 sucks. They suck. I like X-Men First Class. That was good. Days.
I like Days of Future Past. I like
it. Yeah. It wasn't horrible. And Logan is amazing.
Logan,
but X-Men 1, 2, and 3 are garbage. 1, 2, and 3 are garbage. X1, 2, and 3. I was, and that's why I didn't give X-Men First Class a chance. And I'm kind of glad I did. I mean, they still messed up a lot of shit, but it was a big.
At least it felt like an ensemble and not just Wolverine and friends.
Exactly.
Most of the X-Men movies, especially under Singer, weren't even X-Men. They were just the adventures of Wolverine and his lame mutant buddies, which I hated.
All leathered out.
I'm not gonna let y'all let X-Men hijack this topic.
No.
I got shout out to Blake Wave. At least we got Nightcrawler and White House scene. Shout out to
that was a cool scene. Don't get me wrong. And then they ruined Nightcrawler.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Everyone's talking about that. Yeah, it's a different person, not a recast. It's not, but that's what a recast is.
A recast is a different person though, but he's
Yeah.
saying it's a different variant, so it's not a
Oh,
recast.
a variant is
But
a
you put
recast.
the soul
Or
of
no,
the character.
TJ. TJ is a
TJ's
brand new person.
Yeah.
You know, his name is Toussaint. Stop with the T'Challa shit, man. He wasn't introduced as T'Challa. He was introduced as Toussaint.
It's Toussaint. Yeah.
He's Toussaint, and he's from Haiti. He's not Wakandan. Like, he's not from Wakanda.
Yeah.
He doesn't understand the culture or anything. How can you lead if he's not been there?
Yeah. Yeah. The dude's gonna have a Haitian accent. So didn't make a bad joke in the movie. Recast the Spoiler Kings, you get out of here.
I mean, that's I wouldn't mind it. I would like to see it.
Yeah, that can make everyone happy. Where we at? Yes, Sydney coming out of July. Or you could just make a new Panther that's not T'Challa.
They already did that though, didn't they?
Yeah, and that's terrible. And once again, I already told you, there's 270 some comic books that have T'Challa as the Black Panther.
Yeah,
it doesn't work without him. I mean, and matter of fact, T'Challa had I don't know how many comic books before we got to even knew that T'Chaka or any of that stuff. I mean, we went through the Fantastic Four, we went through Jungle Action, we went through when he had his first title to himself. We went Volume 1. And then we went Volume 2, which is only 4 issues. Then we have Volume 3, which is Priest, right? And then like literally, you don't understand how long you go. And Priest did a lot of good and bad stuff too. And Priest had like 50 or 60 issues, and then like it goes on and on and on and on. With T'Challa, his storylines are forever. There's so many of them. And if you want to bring in X-Men and you're not going to use T'Challa in Storm, come on, man. Let's not go there.
Yeah, seriously. And yeah, if you make a new Black Panther, they still going to follow those storylines because those are the time-tested, storylines that people love. So you're going to do a new character with the same story? That's just don't work. Fantastic Four in the universe with no connection to the real Victor Von Doom doesn't make a lick of sense, man. Don't get me started with Dr. Doolittle. I do like that, but they're saying he is the real Victor Von Doom.
He's also from the Fantastic Four universe.
Yeah, I don't know. Somebody's got to be a variant. Is Tony Stark the variant then? Like. What if we find out this entire time the main MCU is just a variant timeline?
Wow, we're a branch of the wrong timeline. We're now in the main timeline. We're a branch.
You just think that everyone thinks they're the main character of their own story. Like we just thought we're the main story. That'd be interesting. But I don't know. So we just T'Challa in Fantastic Four. Don't show his face in real D24.
Yeah, D23, but yeah. Yes, exactly. Don't show his face. Just see the mask. That's the reveal at the end of the movie. Just see the mask. Just see him coming through with the mask, the character, and then you reveal who the character is 8 weeks later.
Yeah, do the same thing you did with RDJ with all the stupid Party City masks, but you could do it with like the Dora Milaje up there, with the banging on the sticks on the floor and all that, and he they just split and he just comes walking in
and we find out who it is, and everyone goes
epic.
Freaking nuts. Yeah,
that'd be epic. Yeah. I don't watch her. Yeah. Blank is saying, how much of the next Black Panther should Shuri, and how much do we think should be about reestablishing T'Challa?
Okay, so it should do exactly what they did in the comic books when she goes to Boston. They say like, you have the powers, but you're not the Black Panther. It's the exact same thing.
Yeah. And then she's like, I can't, but you can change it up a little bit. Like, oh, I can't do this without my brother. I need him. And then Bass is like, well, your brother, he hasn't crossed over. I mean, we
need a body to be able to put him in.
Yeah. So you find a way for something like that. I don't know. Yeah. Or I mean, you can always take I don't know, man. Age up TJ and put the soul of T'Challa in him.
No, don't even no. TJ would then had to still grow up without the father and still be brought up outside of Wakanda, and there's too much wrong with it.
Yeah. Or I mean, if you get the variant, like My Time to Shine is saying, you get the variant TJ who possibly grew up with his father, and now he sees a version of himself without his father. Does he sacrifice himself to allow TJ to have? I don't know.
Why would we just use his father? The actual T'Challa.
Well, you can say T'Challa died in his universe, so he is Black Panther. You know, like it is almost like T'Chaka and T'Challa, but it's T'Challa and.
Yeah, but why we have to use him again? He's a character we just made up. No, just give me the T'Challa and let him.
I don't know. Yeah, don't make it harder than it needs to be. First 3 X-Men films over whack ass Panther 2 or 3 or 4.
I'm a little let down. You didn't say whack Panther.
Whack Panther. That's funny. I don't know, man. X-Men 1, 2, and 3 were pretty trash.
Yeah, I hated X-Men: The Last Stand with a fiery passion too. Like I can tolerate the first 2. I hate Last Stand so much.
Yeah, that was bad. Those are. I mean, they all. I mean, yeah, they all suck. They call me Kevin James. Man, get out of here. They can kick rocks with TJ. Yep,
exactly.
Yep. Casuals don't care about them comic issues. They're gonna be mad if you recast. They don't care about the comic issues, but
then do it right and give them a good movie. And as I said, bring Chadwick Boseman's brother to do the introduction.
Yeah,
and put money behind it.
Yeah, you know, but also some of the worst comic book movies are the movies that don't follow the comic books. You just said Black Panther 2 doesn't follow any comic book line. Thor 4 doesn't follow any comic book story. You know, X-Men 1, 2, and 3, they don't really, they loosely kind of, not even really, don't follow any comic book line. So it's like some of the worst comic book movies are when they don't follow the comics. You know what I mean? So even though casuals don't read them, they need to understand, like, these are comic book movies.
And they know that the story actually makes sense. It follows logical sense. We know it works because you've seen what happens when you follow it.
Yeah. They bring back Thanos. I'm done. I think they are.
Oh, King Thanos.
King Thanos. Yeah, they're bringing him back.
Yeah,
have a beard and shit.
Yeah, King Thanos. Come on.
Yeah, he looks dope. He looks actually pretty dope. Like in the artwork.
King Thanos is cool, so I have no problem with that. But Mistress Death and all that stuff, I have no problem with King Thanos. That's the true reason why he did the snap.
Yeah, right. I'm so happy to hear somebody else says X-Men 1, 2, 3 suck. I'm not a fan. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, they're bringing him back. Man.
Well, you can bring back Thanos, but you can't bring back T'Challa, huh? Okay.
Yeah. Big thanks to Letitia Wright for
tweeting about COVID. I think Shuri needs to be there still. Like Shuri still could be there, but she's not the Black Panther. It's exactly how they said it.
You know, I was fine with the role she was relegated to in the first Black Panther movie. Yeah.
No, I mean, she's important and she should have powers and all that stuff. I think that's fine. But know what it is. Know that we still need, T'Challa. That's what all the storylines go around. We need that. Let's not pretend.
Yeah. So I'll take Thanos with Mistress Death. Thanos and Aubrey Plaza. That'd be kind of cool.
King Thanos, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Let's see, don't mind coming back. Yeah. Black Panther Wakanda Forever. More like Black Panther walk out of the theater.
Walk out of the theater.
Walk out of the theater. Brian Stan, RDJ, and Thanos coming back for marketing, getting to get people back, but that's so bad and sad for so long. Whole story.
No, I mean, when you open the multiverse, you might as well just get all the crap out of it as you can, and then go to Battle World. When you go to Battle World, you have one of each one of those characters, and you're good to go.
Yeah, make it. It puts aside the importance of. It does,
But that's what happens. Battle World literally happens. This is what.
Yeah,
it's real.
But again, RDJ is not coming back as Iron Man. He's coming back as Dr. Doom. And I don't know how big of the role Thanos is going to have. In it. I don't think he's gonna have that big of a role yet. Maybe later, but
I think it's gonna be more Secret Wars than it is gonna be in
I think he's just gonna be a player. He's not gonna be a main.
He's gonna be a bad guy. He's gonna be one of his henchmen.
Like the henchman. Yeah. See that. They're also doing it because they need King Thanos on the big screen because they're making a ride at Disneyland with King Thanos in it. So
exactly.
So gotta do that. Josh Brolin's still living through, man, that's different. Or he's living though. Yeah.
Shit, I blame you.
Always want to see Drax muck Thanos like he did in the Annihilation event. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, right. But Drax is so depowered in what they did. So it's
And he basically he slashed and kicked at Thanos a couple times.
Yeah. Thanos went whatever. Yeah, my face.
Yeah. Even Ronan, Ronan was like, "Who are you?" Yeah, that's annoying.
Yeah,
he goes, "I'll just take Aubrey Plaza and call you back next year." Like, you keep Thanos, I'll take Aubrey Plaza. And Death immediately resurrects him. Yeah. Just give me a Blade. Now No Way Home. Original
Blade versus new Blade.
Ooh, that'd be cool. That'd be cool.
But the fact that they have another black character that they can't find a movie for, can't figure out a way to bring him to the main screen. It was announced in 2019.
Yeah,
6 years ago.
Yeah, from what I heard, like some of the rumors I heard was that Mahershala is not leaving this project. Like he's dead set on getting Blade done and done right. Like it needs to be, like he needs to give the okay, basically, which is interesting. Yeah, MCU Drax's comic relief, pretty much. He gets a little emotional in the third one. He gets a little bit more of that deeper emotional than the third.
Yeah, but he becomes
for the most part,
stupid. He always says
he's goofball.
Yeah, made him a big oaf.
Yeah. The characters end up in animated universe, and they're animated like 90s characters. They go Spider-Verse, that style animation. That'd be cool. And randomly cartoon characters are flying through.
They did it in Multiverse of Madness for 5 seconds. I'd be good with it.
Right. Yeah, I don't even know Evolution. Should have gave him the pedigree. Jeez. Ric Flair.
Oh man, that's just not going to respond.
Cool. All caught up.
Awesome.
And it's past midnight.
Exactly.
Yeah, but yeah, we got into all the comments, but in the beginning, go back and listen to us rant about recasting T'Challa. So I think, final thoughts. I think for me, it's good news, but it's not like confirmation that we're getting exactly what we want. But I think it is a step in the right direction. To me, it shows that Marvel hears the fans. They hear us. So. What about you, Brian? Any last thoughts on it? Oh, for now, we're not gonna.
Yeah. I was ecstatic last night. I was ecstatic. I woke up a little bit less, reading my time to shine hellos tweet, but I'm hoping that she's not on to the latest knowledge of what they're going to do, and that they're still going to recast correctly. I don't want it done incorrectly. I want you to understand what's happening. You need to continue with this recast. We need to continue to force their hand. We need to tell them we don't want TJ to take over the mantle. That doesn't make sense. We don't want that. We don't want him without a father, with not knowing without knowing his culture. We don't want that. We want the real T'Challa. And as I said, I want T'Challa soul, or you give me a variant that I'll be a little bit less happy, but it'll be okay. I will be acceptable. But TJ Toussaint is not T'Challa. And don't try to pretend like he is. Don't piss on me and tell me it's rain.
Okay. What about you, Brandman? Any final thoughts?
Like I said, they were so steadfast and so insistent upon killing the character off, and now with the now that the MCU is not landing as much as it used to, they're like, oh wait, give us another chance. We'll unkill him. Wait. So now it's the reactionary nature of it that's really kind of making me chuckle.
Yeah.
What happened? You guys were about it when you killed them off. Oh, that we're not going to recast this role.
I even laughed at the other YouTubers, man. They used to be like, "Oh no, we don't need to recast them," and then all of them like, "Oh, we should recast." I mean, F you. Where were you the last 5 years?
Where were you when it mattered?
Yeah.
Where were you when it mattered? Yeah, that's Feige and Marvel Marvel and Coogler didn't want to recast when it mattered.
No, don't Nate Moore. Don't let Nate Moore just extinct. Nate Moore.
Who's that? Who's that?
Nate Moore. I'm gonna keep his name alive. I won't forget Nate Moore. I won't forget.
Yeah. Like what happened?
He leaves and then automatically like, we're talking about recast. I was like, oh, no connection to that there.
When he had that, I don't want to recast. Well, good. Then we don't want you either.
Yeah. All right, last couple ones. Yeah, I like that. Right, step in the right direction. And Chill's like Kobe 2009. Job's not done.
That's good.
Again, boo, TJ. Yeah, no. Get out of here with that, man. Get out of here with that trash comment. Then they're gonna kill Angela again. Yeah, right.
Oh my god.
They're gonna find like long lost family members and go after them now.
Exactly. We weren't done, guys. We could to finish the job.
Yeah. Jeez. All right, but yep. Oh, Panther 2 was trash. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I thought you meant
that's what we talked about Angela being killed again.
Yeah, that was trash. Super trash. But cool. Yeah, let's get out of here. We appreciate everyone coming in and hanging out with us. Go check out other channels. Dre Mac, Blue, Chillmonger's in the house, does a lot of that stuff. Plant Fanatics, Back of the Bus, Black Comic Lords. I'm sure I'm missing a bunch of other ones, but that's a lot of people in our group, a lot of smaller ones go support all of us, so we appreciate all you guys coming in, hanging out with us. We will see you guys tomorrow. We're going to do our normal show, talk about some shows that are ending, some episodes and stuff like that. But we appreciate everyone. And RecastTChalla. Don't let it die.
Yeah.
We're out.
Later.
See you guys.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. We out here.